You're a fucking loser. You live in your mom's basement. You probably have a 2-inch cock. You sound like a white guy.
Congratulations.
For what?
You said you got a girlfriend.
You're probably a virgin.
So that's a no for Netflix and chill?
Fuck you.
So I'm curious. Tell me about your show. What do you talk about?
I talk about how women ain't shit.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 762nd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. We are streaming live simultaneously, meaning all at the same time, and I can define simultaneously, to Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, MGTOW.TV, Manosphere.tv, DLive, and of course, in crystal clear, high-resolution 4K to Sharpe Stream, which can be downloaded for free at the App Store or the Google Play Store. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching us from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. It is Wednesday, August 4th of 2020. It is good to have you guys in this afternoon. Got a fantastic show in store for you today. Make sure you stay till the end. I've got another couple of TSR tunes, TSR tune shorts to show you guys. One is the legendary conversation between the undefeated Kevin Samuels and everyone's favorite Karen, the Silver Sable. The second one is Andrew Tate debunking toxic masculinity. So be sure to stick around for that. Those are entertaining as always. Please like, subscribe, and share the video, and make sure that when you hit the bell that you click all. Make sure you click all so that you can make sure that you are notified every time I go live. You can also be notified every time I go live by downloading the Sharpe Stream mobile app and enabling push notifications. I've made a slight schedule change, guys, and I think it's actually going to start today. It's going to start today. So starting today, you get comfortable here. I'm going to do my live dating show breakdowns right after the podcast. Starting today, I'm going to be doing my live dating show breakdowns right after the podcast. So today, at the conclusion of TSR Live, I'm going to take maybe about a 10-minute break or so. 10-minute break or so. Then get right into the dating show breakdowns. Now, this is better for everybody because, number one, I get to get my day done earlier and hit the gym. And number two, you guys get 5 days of dating show breakdowns instead of just 4. You guys know that I've got Coach EO on Friday nights. We're actually going to be moving it to Saturday nights. But next Thursday, I'm going to start another one-on-one collaboration with Book of Alpharonomy. So rather than penalizing you guys for being loyal patrons, I figured, you know what? I'll keep going. Listen, I'm on the air 2.5, 3 hours anyway. What's another hour and a half? Tack it on at the end. And that's that. So very much looking forward to that. That way that gives everybody plenty of time. And again, I stream this exclusively on Sharpe Stream. Okay. I'm not streaming this anywhere else, guys, for obvious reasons. So if you want to watch for free, just download the Sharpe Stream app on the Google Play Store or the App Store. The Sharpe Stream mobile app works on iPhone and Android. So be sure to get your hands on the mobile app today. Be sure to get your hands on my free ebook, 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her Relationship. Just go to donovansharpe.com/newsletter. I actually did that a little earlier. I did that a little early. I wasn't supposed to do it until a little bit later. Shout out to my guys on the Sharpe Stream side: Kiki Anomaly, Dre Raven, Hellfong, Malik D, Danny DBC, Hemlar, RPAP, and CMAC11. CMAC11, damn. Mac 11 is no joke. So shout out to you guys for being in the chat. Big thanks goes out to Practical Stoic with the $5 super chat. Says hashtag Ratchet Grimace. So I'm not going to be able. There was so much. There was so much material on not last night's, but the night before last, right? So I'm going to break down the night before last's podcast today. I'm going to break down last night's Fresh and Fit podcast tomorrow. So it's going to be Wednesday Fresh and Fit, Thursday Fresh and Fit, and then on Friday I will break down Kevin Samuel's podcast that he does tonight, because that one is going to be really, 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 really good. I mean, listen, as much as I would love to do another 6-hour live stream, that took a lot out of me. It was a lot of fun, and it was all good. So, but we are here, and we are all set and ready to go as I move my blood pressure medication from view on the set. Big thanks goes out to Sean O. Shout out to Sean O for becoming TSR Tower's newest member. Welcome to the family. At Sean O, to welcome him to the TSR family, guys. We always greatly appreciate your support. Sean, if you would, put your name, not your name, put your age and location, your age and where you're located, city and state and country, whatever, wherever you are. Let us know how old you are and where you're from, because of course you never know when you might come across someone who is in your proximity. A lot of guys, like to ask guys like us, hey man, how do I become friends with like-minded men? Well, if we all know where we're at, maybe you guys can start meeting up. So everyone, if you would put your age and location in the chat, and if we have some things in common geographically, maybe guys can then link up. Okay, guys, let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Here we go, guys. I'm going to tell you what, man. The patience and how can I put this? And articulation that Myron continued to continuously demonstrate throughout this podcast was nothing short of brilliance. It was absolute brilliance. And you can tell Myron is getting very good very, very quickly. And here's the thing. Myron whenever we talk about, well, we're going to debate this and that and the other, this is not a debate, okay? The things that they talk about on Fresh and Fit, those aren't up for debates. These are straight facts. They're straight facts. These are objective truths. These are not subjective truths like women like to talk about. These are objective truths. Listen, whether or not Myron Gaines is a superior debater or not, I don't know. But when you have the truth on your side, you don't have to be a good debater. You simply need to be able to organize and articulate your thoughts. Myron did this perfectly. And these little high school girls, they tried him at every turn. They tried shaming him. They tried insulting him. They tried shit testing. Now, what you guys will see, and I don't know if you guys picked this up when you watched this a couple nights ago, but one of the ladies was shit testing him. The other one was being disrespectful. Now, this isn't to say that the one girl that was shit testing him wasn't also being disrespectful, because she certainly had her moments of disrespect. But you will see throughout this podcast that one of the girls goes from shit testing to disrespecting back to shit testing. She stays there for a little longer, throws in another jab. One of these girls could not help her visceral attraction and arousal for Myron Gaines. And what made it so funny to watch is that you could see her being turned on by him. And she was frustrated. She's thinking to herself, why am I turned on by this guy? Like, that's why why am I turned on by this guy? I'm not supposed to want to fuck this guy. I'm not supposed to want this man's semen in my uterus. Why is this? She couldn't explain it. She could not explain it. And the reason she couldn't explain it is because women don't really know their own true nature. They are incapable of accurately articulating their true nature. All they know is they feel a certain way. When they start to become attracted and aroused by men that the world tells them that they're not supposed to be attracted and aroused by, they have very adverse reactions. And you will see that on display throughout this podcast. Shout out to, wait a minute. Shout out to Zachary Gelpy. Welcome to Chat Privileges, Zach. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much for your support. If you would, Zach, like everyone else, put your age and location. Malik D on the Sharpe stream side is putting spoilers. He's putting spoilers in the chat. Sean O, $20 super chat. Thank you very much for that. Says, first of many super chats, your content is invaluable. Thank you for the energy and efforts into this space. The manosphere has been life-changing since my divorce while I was in the military. Ooh. Since 2016, keep it up. Absolutely. 1,040 people watching. 1,040 people watching. No, this isn't taxes. 1,040 people watching, guys. Keep the engagement up. By the way, quick announcement before we get started. We are now up to 121,000 subscribers. Guys, I'm up to 121,000 subscribers. The reason for this has very little to do with me and everything to do with you. You guys are very, very good at keeping the engagement up over 50%. You keep the engagement up over 50%. And for that, I am truly, truly grateful. I'm very, very thankful for you guys continuing to enrich my life. If you would, a lot of people believe that views is what helps channels grow quicker. Views certainly help, but the most important metric, and I have been told this by YouTube myself, it is the engagement. It is the likes and the shares. Okay, listen, the views are going to come. The views are going to speak for itself. The views are going to come for itself. That's a given. If you have good content, people will be exposed to it. But when people like it and share it, that is a force multiplier. As I was told that verbatim, word for word, by someone who works at YouTube. So if you guys can keep my engagement up over 50%, so right now we're at 1081. If you guys can get me to 540 and a half likes, I would greatly appreciate that. Buckle up, guys. Buckle up, because this is going to, you are going to see, and what is so impressive, what is absolutely so impressive about the way Myron handled this is that he stayed, dude had ice water in his veins the entire time. These girls tried everything they could to throw him off his square. He did not move. And away we go.
About traditional values with traditional women. The problem is that women have absolved themselves of being traditional while still wanting a traditional man.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay, can you guys hear that okay? Let me know.
That's the truth.
Hopefully not.
In your perspective.
Well, what is traditional?
In
your
Here we go.
Why?
Oh, I knew this was going to happen.
See,
But the
anytime...
reason why women
Everyone has
have
their own
evolved into
opinion.
that is because of the way.
Okay, so let me go ahead and stop it right there. Anytime someone makes a statement like that, for example, if you want a traditional husband, if you want a traditional man, you must be a traditional woman. Myron points this out all the time. Today's women are not traditional, yet they want a man who adheres to traditional standards. Takes care of me, he's the breadwinner, right? He goes out and works, he's a high earner, he's in great shape, he's about his business, right? Well, these girls know that they're not traditional. They know they're not traditional. So what they've done right out of the gate, well, what is traditional? anytime someone questions the definition of something that has been the definition of something for 1,000 millennia, well, what exactly is like Steve the Dean Williams, right? Steve the Dean Williams and Lucario. And listen, love both those guys to death. But we had a slight disagreement on the air about high value men. Steve said, okay, well then what is high value? And we're like, are you kidding me? If you have to ask what high value is, then I can't help you. These girls know what traditional means as far as women are concerned. But what they're attempting to do is move the goal. Well, what is traditional? They want to reinvent the definition of traditional so that they can put themselves in the race for traditional men without changing the definition for men. No, this is not last night's show. This is the night before last.
You guys
Men.
treat us.
Men.
And the way media portrays us.
So we tell
But
you
that's
to
a
post
result
up.
of
Hold on.
exactly what you guys want.
Wait, hold on, let her finish her
What do
point,
we
Chris.
What do we want?
You guys want us to sexualize ourselves and pose
Uh-oh.
ourselves, and you feel me? Like, so that's what we're gonna become, which is the opposite of the traditional, female.
You see, this is funny because Red, aka Monica Muniz, basic bitch in Miami with booty pics on multiple yachts, no boyfriend, etc., etc. This is exactly what she tried to do. Well, the reason why there's OnlyFans and spicy movies is because there's a market for it. Right? We wouldn't objectify ourselves if you guys didn't objectify us. No. Nobody puts a gun to your head to post booty pics on IG. It does not work that way. King Life's, no, this is not last night's show. Last night's show will be, I'm not going to say that again. All right.
Okay.
Values.
So here's the thing.
Look at this girl. Look. She's like, oh, here we
Women
go.
sexualize themselves. It's not men
Because
that
of men.
Stop
It's for attention.
Women sexualize themselves because of men. No. Women sexualize themselves for men. See, again, this again is women blame shifting. I sexualize myself and I've done this and that and the other. Well, it's because men made me do it. Fuck out of here.
It's
Accountability,
from,
man.
Because it's not a man in your room with you putting a gun in your head saying, hey, take this Instagram picture with your cheeks out
Right.
and pose provocatively.
Do you
It's
think
the
that's a
women that are
problem?
doing that.
Do you think that's a problem for women to post that?
Here's the thing.
See,
I'm a realist and I understand.
it's so funny. They try on multiple occasions to try to get him to pigeonhole himself with an absolution. Would you say, Myron, then that's a problem? What she's trying to do is she's trying to make the macro argument and shrink it into a micro argument. So if Myron says he has a problem with it, now she can argue with him. That means Myron can't be like, well, wait a minute, I'm talking about all men. No, I'm talking about you. No, Myron was smart enough to stay away from these tactics. This is what girls try to do. When they see that you are kicking their ass at an argument, they say, well, you know what? Forget all men. What is your opinion? They don't really care about his opinion. All they want him to do is make an absolution so that they can now attack him rather than the argument. They tried this at every turn.
I believe in, not even I believe, I know that if you have certain
Dude, look at this.
actions
is so funny.
lead to consequences.
Look at this. Look at how turned on she is by Myron. Look at her. Dude, her face is just a glowing. And the reason why she continued to get more and more and more turned on by him is because he would not budge. He would not budge, man. Women, listen, guys like Myron make women pull their hair out. Yes, the hell they do. What did Amber say about Barnett after he proposed to her? Oh my God, Barnett is an asshole and he irks my nerves, but I fucking love him for it. She said this word for word. So you guys are going to have to understand, when you are that immovable object in a woman's life, she appreciates it. She needs that. Just understand that she's not going to always like it. That's okay. So many men get thrown off their square because they don't like it when their woman is upset with them or they're pissed off. You understand? So many guys are afraid to piss off their women. Guys, guess what? In order to have a good relationship, your woman is going to be pissed off at you sometimes. She's going to have to be aggravated with you sometimes. Sometimes she's going to want to, dude, sometimes she'll have fantasies of putting your head in a vice grip and squeezing it. Sometimes she has fantasies of putting your head in a guillotine. This is just how it is, guys. This is just how it is. She'll be mad. She'll stomp and hey, guys, this is what women are. What they're doing is it's not that they don't like it. They need it. Even though they don't like it, they absolutely respect it. So this girl, again, and this is probably about an hour into this podcast, right? This is an hour into this podcast. You can see this woman, this girl's steady increase in her attraction to Myron because they tried him at every turn. He would not give an inch. And even though it frustrates the hell out of girls, it turns them on, just like you're seeing her right now.
Okay. And
look at that. Look how long she stared at him.
You have the right to decide what you want to do with your life, and you have the right to post whatever picture you want, to do whatever you want in your life. But with...
Oh, my bad. Chemo said this is last night's show. The show from Monday was girls talking about grape. Oh, okay. All right, cool. My bad. So my bad. I guess this is last night's show. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Appreciate that, Chemo.
Actions come reactions, and you can't get mad at what happens after you make a decision to do something. So we got to have a little bit of accountability here and understand that you cannot blame the consumer for your mistake. By your logic, if I was, let's say I was selling kilos of cocaine.
This is the most brilliant analogy I have ever heard. This is absolute brilliance. I would never have thought of this. Probably because I would have shot myself in the face by now.
Right. And the police arrested me with 3 bricks in my car. I can't go to the police and say, hey, listen, man.
There you go.
There's a lot of people that want this stuff. You can't arrest me. It's not my fault that I have this cocaine.
Right.
It's their fault for being addicts.
Right.
No, the cop would literally look at you like, stupid. You're going to jail because you made
Yeah, the cop would look at you like, nope.
A conscious decision to distribute an illicit product that is illegal, and there's consequences to me distributing this drug. Same thing with women and exposing their sexuality. It's okay. You're going to get paid in attention and resources and opportunities from men, but what comes with that?
There you go.
Less respect.
Look at her. She is just absolutely, dude, I swear to God. Yeah, dude, Sean O, Myron's analogy game is on point. I don't know how he comes up with this stuff. I really don't.
Guys aren't going to take you seriously, and more importantly, they're not going to commit to you in marriage.
What's happening with the girls on the panel? See that? See, usually, and later on in the show, when they start to get more and more frustrated, they start to interrupt him a lot more, right? Because at that point, they're like, okay, we're not going to get this guy to move off his square. We know we're not, listen, we already know that's not happening off rip. So now we're going to try other tactics. Basically trying to filibuster their way to a win. Myron wasn't having it.
All I'm saying is...
What? Wait a minute.
And
watch this.
Opportunities
watch
from
this
men,
turn her
but
head.
what comes with that?
Watch this head flash. Dude, again. Look at this. Look, the eyes never lie. I'm going to say this 100 times.
Respect.
Look, and watch her try to get Myron's attention by quickly moving her head to get his eye contact. Watch.
Guys aren't going to take you seriously, and more importantly, they're not going to commit to you in marriage. All I'm saying is...
Look, her mouth is almost open. Jesus Christ. Guys, this is what a woman looks like when she is both aroused by you and hates your guts, right? She hates your guts, but for some reason she wants you up in hers. It's just how it is.
You guys have liberated yourself, but you've also liberated yourself from marriage and traditional men. You can't have it both ways. You can't be an untraditional woman when you feel like it and then expect a traditional man. It doesn't work that way.
Nope, it does not work that way. Absolutely not. Deuces of Growth, $5 says, DS, this is a great show from Monday. Another treat. You might be busy. Get busy with that one, too. Sorry for giving you more work. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Like, and Myron shot me a text, and he put the time. He's like, look, man, more RP gold for you. Start here and here. And I was like, dude, I can't break both of these down in one day. I'll be on till midnight. So I'm doing last night's today, and I will do Monday nights tomorrow. Then I'll do Kevin's tonight on Friday. So we're good to go. All right.
We need a little bit of accountability here.
I don't think it's 100% like men's fault. It's just a society thing.
Do you see that? Just like that. Just like that. So high school girl number 2, this actually made sense to her. It made sense. Well, it's the man's fault why women objectify themselves. Myron aptly pointed out in this analogy, listen, I can't blame drug addicts to explain the 3 bricks in my trunk, any more than OnlyFans girls can blame men for buying their product. You can't blame the market. This girl, it obviously made sense. It obviously made sense to her. She decided to acknowledge that, but now she's going in another direction. Watch.
Media thing, you know.
Now it's the media.
Our environment is like constantly evolving with the internet and stuff. But
The
point is that no man is forcing you to take your clothes off
Absolutely
and
not.
sexualize yourself.
Nope.
Women make a conscious decision to do that for personal gain, typically,
Yep.
whether it's financial, social,
go.
attention, whatever it is. Women decide to sexualize themselves.
That's right.
It's not men that are forcing it. Yes, there's a market for it, but I cannot sit there as a drug dealer and blame the addicts that want to consume the product.
That's right.
I still go to jail for that.
Do you think it's wrong for girls to post like bikini pictures?
like that's a
See what she did there? See that? So he just made sense to them. They know he's right. So now they do this. Listen, guys, they do this all night long. They do this all night long. They come with an idiot. They say their side. Myron completely obliterates their argument. So then do you think it's wrong? See, because they know that Myron's overall point is 112% right. Okay, fine. Let's see what he thinks, and then we can attack his personal preferences.
illicit to you.
I never said it's wrong or right.
See, there you go. There you go. Myron doesn't, and he says it throughout the night. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But this is the reality.
No, I'm asking you though.
See? No, I'm asking you, though. No, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what I think is fair and what's not. What matters is the reality. See, these women are trying to get Myron to act like a woman. Well, what do you think? Men are like, listen, I can think what I want, but that doesn't matter. It's not going to change the reality.
My thing is this. If you post pictures like that, you're going to be treated a certain way.
In a bikini.
If you sexualize
right.
yourself,
There you go.
men are going to
But
act accordingly.
not even-
But that's
true.
not sexualizing, I'm sorry.
Oh,
It
here
is.
we go.
For in a bikini,
It is.
like you go to the beach, you see girls in bikinis.
Okay, but you personally,
Okay, see?
what do you want? You want a girl that doesn't post any pictures in
You want a
bikini?
girl that's at
Because you're
church
saying this
with
is
a
the
dress
traditional
on?
view. No one's gonna take you seriously if you post a picture in a bikini. So what do you want? You want a girl
See this? You see this? And as MP says, her argument's falling to pieces. They know they've lost the argument, so now they're trying to get his opinion, so now they can have a one-on-one argument. Let's go back to, I guess they both have curly hair. Let's go back to what Black Tube Top said a little earlier. She said, so wait, posting bikini pics is over-sexualizing, is sexualizing yourself?
Yep.
Dude, 848%. Why would you post? Listen, the reason why women post bikini pictures is because that's the closest they can come to posting a picture of themselves without being naked. Girls post bikini pictures to show everyone, hey, look, I'm slim, I'm fit. I got a nice ass, I got, perky boobs. This is why women post bikini pics. Women post bikini pics, cleavage-laden pics, for one reason and one reason only: attention. They are advertising themselves. That's what this is. That's what this is. They're not trying to they're not getting likes from women. They're getting likes from men. And that's why they do it. But for them to sit here and say, well, posting bikini pics is not sexualizing yourself, if of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, you know what a bikini is? Bikini is literally outdoor underwear. That's it. That's it. What do women wear under their clothes? What do women wear under their clothes? They wear panties and a bra, right? They wear panties and a bra. Now, if she was my girlfriend in Vegas and she had fake tits, definitely would not be wearing a bra and maybe panties 50% of the time. But that's just me. All bikinis are outdoor panties and bras. That's it.
that doesn't have any
Okay,
bikini
we're not
pictures.
talking about me right now.
But I'm saying
My
as a man.
opinion
But
isn't
you have-
relevant.
No, but you have your opinions on what we say.
Because you're a
so
man.
You're a man, yes. And you have
These girls think they're so smart.
your
So what do
opinions
you
on
want?
us. So we just want to know, like, what about you?
Since you're saying it's so bad, you know.
See that? See that? So the girl with the white, since you're saying it's so bad, did Myron say that it was bad?
Nope.
I never said it was
Not
bad.
not to say like
I
that's
simply
wrong.
said, I need you
Myron hasn't said it is bad. He didn't say it was wrong.
guys to listen, like, seriously, listen. And instead of, like,
I'm listening.
because you guys are responding with emotions, I'm giving you a fact. If you sexualize yourself, men aren't going
it's
to take
not
you
a fact,
seriously.
though.
Okay.
It's your opinion. It's
Yes,
your
it is
opinion.
an
Everyone
opinion.
has their opinion. That's
Okay.
a fact.
It's your opinion. See, basically, when a woman doesn't like, when a fact puts a woman in a negative light, that's when she says, well, that's your opinion. My own mother does the same thing. She used to do the same. She actually does the same thing now, right? And that's why I don't debate with her anymore. I don't debate with her anymore. I'll say blah, 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 blah. Hypergamy, women always trying to upgrade. Well, Donovan, that's your opinion. I don't even argue with her anymore. I said, Mom, if you disagree, just say you disagree. Don't try to water down my argument by calling it my opinion. Because when a woman says, hey, that's just your opinion, that's a coward's way of saying I disagree. Why is that a coward's way? Because my mom and these bitches, they don't have a valid argument to refute what I'm saying. Women are hypergamous. That's not an indictment on the female species. It is what it is. But because they don't have anything to rebuttal that, well, that's your opinion. Okay, well then what's your opinion? Well, your opinion's wrong.
Okay,
Let's
hold
ask
on.
the chat.
Let's ask the chat.
Oh, men and
Let's
women.
ask the chat.
The
Let's
chat
ask-
is 90% men.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and that's men's opinion, but like we need the women to speak
Bias.
up.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
What's
no.
up, women?
Hold on,
Wait, no, no,
What the
wait.
fuck is that?
Here we go.
ladies,
Here we go.
ladies. Okay. Who marries women?
Men.
That can go
Okay.
both ways.
See, there we go. That can go both ways. Honestly, man, this girl in the white, honestly, this is the type of bitch who needs to be Disuba spelled backwards to keep her ass in line. Real talk. Like real talk. This is the type of bitch that she has to be right. There are no absolutions in this world. Everything is subjective. Well, not everything is black and white, Donovan. That's very true. But some things are. Not everything is gray area. So Myron says, well, who marries women? The girl in the black says, well, men do. She conceded. Well, not always. So basically, she's saying that Myron has to be right 100% of the time for his argument to be valid. This is when women start using that standard, they know they're fucking losing. And honestly, bitches like this need to be Disuba spelled backwards to keep her ass in line. Like real talk. Anytime a woman disrespects a man exhibiting masculinity, that is a woman who needs to be Disuba spelled backwards to keep her ass in line. And it's funny because guys who will date her, she'll be in a Evisuba spelled backwards relationship back to back to back. Then finally, she'll be like, you know what? I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. I want to date a calmer guy. So then they date a calmer guy. The calmer guy asks her to do something. She don't respond. He's a gentleman. He treats her like a lady. She don't respond. Hey, can you XYZ? She does not respond. Then he shouts at her. Oh my God, I can't believe you shouted at me. Then she plays the victim. Do you want to know what kind of men don't tolerate that victim mentality? That's right. Resubiv. Resuba, spelled backwards men. Resuba, spelled backwards men. This is the kind of woman. This is the kind of woman who will get you put in jail because she only speaks one language. She only understands one kind of authority.
Okay. Men marry women, correct?
Yes.
Men give the commitment. Okay? So men are the deciders of your marriage value and your relationship value, correct?
Yep.
No.
They're the market.
She said no. See? She just disagreed to disagree. Again, they're not going to verbally agree for no other reason, but they just do not want to acknowledge that Myron's right.
Whether women want to accept it or not, you don't dictate your marriage value.
Malik says straw man all night. Yeah, real talk. Exactly.
Men dictate it. What you do goes into it, but men ultimately are the consumers of female beauty and decide if they're going to marry them or not.
So men are perfect.
I'm not
So here we are. So men are perfect. See that? See, and this is funny.
saying that.
No.
See, you see that? So she asked it and then she laughed about it, which means she knows she's trolling him. After all of that, so men are perfect. Did Myron say men are perfect? No. See, what's happening here, guys? What is happening here now? These are two petulant, spoiled brats. You can tell that they have absolutely, positively never, ever been told this before. not only have they never been spoken to like this, they've never had a man hold his ground in person in front of them, ever. There's a reason why the Fresh and Fit podcast studio is in Myron's apartment. It is so that he can speak freely and kick them out anytime he wants. He doesn't do this in a public place for a reason. If somebody shows disrespect, he says, get the fuck out. Alyssa Wilkins in the chat says, is she assuming women are perfect then? No. She's just trying to get under Myron's skin, and she failed miserably. She failed absolutely miserably. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Black Wolf Inc., $5, says, and the Caps haven't even started yet. It's over. You know the rest. Appreciate that. Elijah Stallings, says, this is one of the most annoying Fresh and Fit podcast I've seen in a while. Yeah, I agree. Sean O, another $10 super chat, says, if I'm talking with someone and I provide a concise and logical argument and it is replied to with zero reasoning, my brain literally feels like it's melting. Have no idea how someone can refute logic. They try, just not very well. Zeke's Movies, $5, says, I learned throwing in feelings with explanations works better with women. I don't share my girl. If you want to share yourself online, stay single. Totally agree. I totally 100% agree.
Yes or no?
No,
Men are
shifting-
perfect, yes or no?
You're shifting the argument.
No, men are not perfect.
You're shifting the argument.
Men
I'm
and
telling
women
you-
are...
Do you see what she is trying to do? She's trying to get Myron in her frame. Say it. Men are perfect. Men are perfect. Yes or no? Bitch, like, you don't ask the questions. I do. Like, dude, Myron knows the answer is men are not perfect. He knows the answer is no. But the reason he's not answering his question is not because he's afraid to deny that men are perfect. No. He wants to keep control of the podcast, because if he starts answering her questions, and guess what? She knows that that's the way to get him off. So men are perfect? No, answer the question. No, bitch, don't tell me to answer the fucking question. This is my podcast, it's my goddamn house.
Equal.
Hey, listen.
No.
Wait,
you guys got to stop. Like,
one at a time.
One at a time.
Don't cut them off.
Let me make my point.
Okay, I'm just not going to say
Because I'm literally hitting you with logic right now, and you guys are just responding with emotion.
Opinion.
It's not an opinion.
Your version of logic.
Okay.
Do you see? Every time Myron says something, this is what they do, right? He'll say something. There's always back talk. They're always clapping back, very quietly, very just again. This is disrespectful behavior. Just listen. Myron is like, listen, I'm hitting you with facts, blah 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 blah, and they're like, yeah, but just really really quiet under their breath, just loud enough so that they know that he hears it, just to stop his momentum.
One at a time.
Listen,
One at a time.
Don't cut them off.
Let me make my point.
Okay, I'm just not going to say
Because I'm literally hitting you with logic right now, and you guys are just responding with emotion.
Opinion.
See,
It's not
there
an
you go.
opinion.
Your version of logic.
Yep.
Okay.
See, there we go. First it was the girl in the black, then it was the girl in the white. They're acting like fucking high school girls. Honestly, they're acting like little petulant, spoiled brats being disciplined by their dad. That's what it is.
Okay, so here's the thing. Men, so because I'm going to preface this, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Men give the... it's not an opinion.
Your version of logic.
Okay, so here's the thing. Men...
And do you see how Myron he hears this. He knows what they're trying to do. He just floats right past it. And look at the girl in black. She could not be more turned on.
So because I'm going to preface this, I'm going to show you...
Look, dude, she could not be more turned on. She doesn't realize. She has no idea. Why she's turned on by this guy. But her subconsciously is telling her, yo, you have tried every little childish tactic, cutting him off, making snide remarks, and he stays on task. That's kind of attractive. That's what women like. Geeky Anomaly says your version of logic. Yeah, exactly. C-Dub in the chat says passive-aggressive cap. They don't want to act enough of a fool to get thrown out, but they can't stand to agree with him or even to let him stand a point they know is right. That's exactly right. Will Be Smooth says, yep, everything is absolute for these women. Yeah, except for when it comes to the truth about them. Then it's gray area. It's your opinion.
What I'm talking about.
Okay.
Men give the rings to the women when they want to marry them. So men are the ones that dictate if women get married. Women dictate if a guy has sex. You guys gatekeep sex because a man can have sex without your consent, correct? It's a crime.
That's right.
And you can't get married without a man getting on a knee and marrying you, correct?
Nope.
Now, men ultimately decide who gets married in the West, correct?
Most of the time.
With that said, when you sexualize yourself, you
There you go.
decrease your value, and men aren't going to want to take you
There you go.
seriously because men want purity when they get married to a woman. Period. That's just how men operate. Now, I'm going to ask the chat. Guys, would you marry
This is funny as hell.
a woman that sexualizes herself, 1 for no, 2 for yes? Again, would you marry a woman?
Yeah, there's Chase Connolly, $10. She's not even listening. No, they're not listening. They're not listening to debate, like Myron said. They're just listening to respond. They're not really listening. They're simply waiting for their turn to talk. This is why their responses are so off. They have no idea what they're responding to.
Woman that sexualizes herself on the internet, 1 for no, 2 for yes. Now we're going to ask the market.
Specifically.
We got
Yeah.
10,000 men.
Specifically,
We got 10,000 men right now watching.
All
They're
ones.
going to dictate.
You see, she can't stand it. She cannot stand it. Like, dude, like, she's like, she's frustrated because she's not used to being checked by men. This is the first time any of these 4 women have ever seen this. Real talk.
There you go. You got a bunch of men telling
Y'all
you.
just can't
Hold on.
handle a
Hold
bad
on,
bitch.
hold on.
Y'all just can't handle a bad bitch. Here we go. Here we go. Black women like to say this too. Y'all, you just can't handle a strong black woman. You just can't handle. Sure, I can. Doesn't mean I want to, right? Doesn't mean I want to. Look, I can handle a spoiled, bratty kid. Doesn't mean I want to.
I am literally telling you, this is how men think. It's just that men can't tell you this
That's okay.
because it's considered
Are you kidding me? He's being as specific as humanly possible.
specific to what?
Sexualizing. Obviously, if I'm posting my vagina and my fucking
And
titties,
OnlyFans.
Oh, so you have to be completely nude to sexualize yourself, huh? You have to be nude to completely sexualize yourself, huh?
Nope.
No, man. Women can sexualize them. Dude, women can sexualize themselves fully clothed. These one-piece leotard bodysuits or whatever, these yoga pants and these low-cut fitness shirts. They got yoga pants that they put like a crack up your ass. And yes, it is possible. It is possible for women to sexualize themselves without getting naked. This girl knows this. She absolutely, positively knows this. But again, she's being disingenuous, arguing in bad faith, using an extreme example.
We
yeah,
understand.
I understand that, but bikini pictures at the beach, pretty in the sand.
Ronald Maxwell, welcome to Chat Privileges. I appreciate your support. At Ronald Maxwell, to welcome him to the TSR family. Ron, if you would, put your age and location in the chat. Thank you.
And
That's
at
a
the
normal
pool,
thing you
that's
see every day.
normal.
Okay.
That's normal. That's not
It's-
sexualizing. You're not being specific.
Here's the thing. I was very
Yep, C-dub, camel toe yoga pants.
specific. I said sexualizing, posting pictures of herself on the internet.
See that? See what she just tried to do? If you go to the beach, people are in bikinis. Well, yes. But when you post them online, that is when you are sexualized. Listen, when women I'll tell you this. When women wear bikinis in public, yeah, they are sexualizing themselves. And you want to know something? I sexualize Devin all the time. There are all sorts of pictures of Devin on the internet showing off her ass, her tits, all of that. All of that. Well, why do you do that, Donovan? Because I fucking can. That's why. That's why. That's the first reason. The second reason is to show guys, hey, look, this is what your woman can look like if you hold her to your standards. That's what this is. A lot of guys like to throw shade. Oh, Donovan, you don't need to be doing this and doing that. Listen, man, if I were some idiot on the internet without a brand or followers, at that point they would have a point. But I've been in this community now for going on, this is my 8th year in this community. Everything I talk about, you have to hold women to standards, set boundaries, blah, 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 blah. Then when people started to see that I was starting to make sense, well, listen, there are still people out there who say they believe that Devin is just a figment of my imagination, right? Devin's not even a real girlfriend, right? Obviously, that's disingenuous. But the reason why I post pictures of that is to show these motherfuckers that I walk the walk that I talk. I over-sexualize Devin for a reason, because I can and I like doing it, period.
Internet with not any clothes on. I was
Okay,
pretty specific.
so then I
wait,
agree.
hold on, hold on.
I agree. I agree to him.
I just
then.
saw your page, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Bikini pictures.
Bikini.
So
bathing suit. That's
That's
not
normal.
naked.
That's
I
respectable.
understand.
No, see that?
if
See, that's normal. That's not respectable. Listen, ladies, there's nothing wrong with posting sexualized pictures on the internet. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But there's a price to be paid for that, right? Mia Khalifa gained international notoriety for being a spicy movie star. So did Lana Rhoades. So did Brie Olson. So did Stormy Daniels. So did, what's the girl that just got married? I forget what her name was. Right? They got all the benefits of over-sexualizing themselves, but on the back end, well, it's not fair. It's not fair. I wish that all my stuff was taken down. It's not fair that people only see me as a spicy movie star. Listen, you chose to partake in those benefits. You chose to partake in those benefits. You got all you could out of that. There's a price to be paid on the back end. Always is.
Yeah, my vagina's out and my titties are out. I understand.
Yeah. See, here we go. So in her mind, she has to be completely nude, has to be showing her lady parts to be sexualizing herself.
Yeah, that's sexualizing. But me and my bikini, that's normal. Why do they make bikinis? Why do you guys go to the beach? Why do you guys go to the pool?
We're not talking about going to the beach. We're talking about posting pictures on Instagram.
You go to the beach, right? You walk around in a bikini. What happens? Guys harsh, right?
I'm taking a tan. No. I'm sorry that these men are.
Oh, listen. Oh. See, here she goes. I'm going to beach. I'm out there to tan. I can't help that these men
Catcalling me. It's something.
Oh, there we go. Well, if that's the case, then why not go tan at a tanning bed? Why not go tan at a tanning bed? You want to know why? You want to know why she doesn't want to go tan at a tanning bed? You want to know why she wants to prance around a bikini in public? For the attention. And there's nothing wrong with that. See, this is the main difference between men and women. We as men, we gladly admit and embrace our nature. Women say all the time, OMG, OMG, you only see girls for looks. Looks are all that matter. You guys think about sex all the time.
Yep.
Absolutely. Then they try to take it one step further. Well, sex is all that matters to you. Blah, 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 blah. No, not necessarily. Listen, sex is very important, and a woman's sexual attractiveness is number one. But in order to get in the door, being sexually attractive is first and foremost. But girls like to take that and twist it. Well, you guys just want dumb, hot girls. You know what? Let's take it to the other extreme. Let's take it to the other extreme. 1,248% of men would rather be with a dumb, hot girl than a fat genius. Let me say that again. 2,492% of men would rather be with dumb, hot girls than fat genius women. That's real. Why? Because a man's commitment literally begins and ends with her sexual attractiveness. OMG, that's all you're interested in. Again.
Nope.
But that's where it starts. If there's no, listen, if I don't want to stick my cock in you, then there's nothing to talk about. That's just all there is to it. I'm going to raise my seat up here, guys. Pardon me for a second. I did this yesterday. I don't know why it's... There we go. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I hope that washer wasn't important. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. All right, perfect. Sorry about that, guys. Very good. Very, very good. Trotter Task, $5. Says, I was in the chat. We were all spamming that one, and they saw it. That's funny. Let's see here. Oh, wow, look at this. Root Access, The Blind Archer, Zed Wagner, and Chef Boy Zay. Thank you all for becoming new members of the TSR family. At Root Access, at The Blind Archer, at Zed Wagner, at Chef Boy Arze. Gotcha. Chef Boy Arze. At those guys to welcome them to the family. If you guys would, put your age and location in the chat. so that you guys can meet up. Mr. Row 42 wants to know, when are you going to be on Fresh and Fit again? Probably in another, I would say, 6 to 8 weeks from now. 6 to 8 weeks from now. My schedule is absolutely jam-packed. But yeah, I need to get down to Miami. But it'll probably, what is this, beginning of August? Probably mid to late September. That's what I'm thinking.
So when you put it on Instagram, imagine the DMs. We're just saying, look, you put it out there, people are going to come to you. And what comes with the choices that you make
There you go.
could be bad or good. So it's your choice, but ultimately speaking, you're going to get hit up from guys.
There's
Okay,
gonna
but
be, there's
that's
gonna
not
be,
my
there's
fault.
gonna.
Okay, listen, again, that's not your fault. But don't pretend that that's not the intent. Listen, again, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong from women wanting attention. This is just how women are. This is how women are, dude. Like, women want attention from men. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. Now, the things that they do to get attention from men decreases their relationship market value, but she's like, but that's not my fault. No, that's not your fault, but don't pretend that that's not the main reason.
That's
No.
not sexualizing myself. It's me posting a picture. I'm
Okay.
sorry that
Living
guy's on my
life.
DMs.
Ladies,
See that? See, I'm sorry guys are in my DMs. No, you're not sorry. That's exactly why you do. Listen, if you're not really doing it for attention, then don't post bikini pics.
ladies, at the beginning I said women want traditional men while absolving themselves of being traditional women. It is not traditional to put pictures of yourself on the internet with provocative clothing and or poses.
So
It's
you
not
don't post
traditional.
pictures of you with your abs out.
This is funny. So she raises her hand to give herself permission to interrupt. And now she's going to try to use the false dichotomy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh,
man.
dude, listen to this. Listen to the dumb fucking schoolgirl bitch on the other side. Like they won the fucking argument. Like, seriously? Like, bitch, shut the fuck up, man. Like, dude, that bitch, like, for real, man. Listen, at least this girl on Myron's right. At least she was shit testing him. But the fucking bitch in white is just like, Jesus fucking Christ. It makes me want to stab myself in the face with an ice pick.
Men and women are not the same.
Are
at
you
all.
kidding?
We're
me?
not
So
equal.
you're
We're
saying
not the
men
same.
are above
post
women.
Pictures with
See that? There we go. So you're saying men are above women. Did he say that?
Nope.
See that? They don't have, yep, Malik just said their second strawman. There you go. They don't have a valid response. They don't have a valid response for his argument. And so what they do is they put words into his mouth. Now, yeah, she raised her hand. This is why, and I was watching this while I was lifting this morning. I was like, dude, like she's raising her fucking hand. Like, what is this, high school? And then it hit me. These girls are not too far removed from high school.
without your shirt off, and that's not sexualizing yourself.
What are you saying if we're not the same?
Okay.
Men and women are not equal.
Obviously,
We're not
they're not
equal.
the same.
We're not equal.
Okay.
The world is different.
So
for
you can
men.
post pictures with your abs, yes or no?
Listen,
And that's not
what
sexualizing
I'm telling
yourself.
you, what I'm telling you is,
Ladies.
men and women are very different.
Do you see how Myron kept the same tone of voice? Dude, they kept trying to escalate. Listen. They tried him at every turn. Myron never raised his voice, never changed his tune. Watch.
We're not equal.
Okay.
The world is different.
So
for
you can
men.
post pictures with your
See,
abs, yes
watch.
or no?
Listen,
And that's not
what I'm
sexualizing
telling
yourself.
you, what I'm telling you is,
Ladies.
men and women are very different.
There it is.
There's things that men can do that women can't, and vice versa. The problem is this. So
See this right here? Now, what the bitch on the left, in the black tube top, what she did there was disrespectful. What she did there was, oh my God, right? Oh my God. She doesn't really act like this. That's all she's, the reason why she's doing this is just to get attention. They don't have anything to say that substantiates their claims, as Myron will say a little bit later on. So at this point, oh, he's so wrong. Sweetheart, just because you're all theatrical and, oh my God, and pearl clutching, that doesn't mean you're right. Doesn't make you right.
Do
do you really think, like, do you not understand that men and women are very different in
This is your
reality?
opinion.
It's not opinion.
100%.
It's not
This
opinion.
is opinions going on, so honestly, I
The
don't have to
dynamic-
argue.
You just had 10,000 plus guys putting ones in the chat that they would not marry a woman that
Good for
sexualizes
them.
herself. We're talking about marriage here and being
Opinions.
traditional. Being traditional means not putting provocative pictures of yourself on the internet.
But
so
the
we can't
world
post
is
bikinis, but you can
changing.
post-
She's right. The world is changing. Biology does not. Now, the girl in the orange talks about the evolution of social constructs while she is correct about that, that does not change your biology. It does not.
Abs. Okay.
The world is changing.
And it's no
Society
longer
is
traditional.
It's not traditional.
It's no longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is 100%
So thank you.
not
You proved my
traditional.
point.
That's what we're saying.
Yes.
RPAP on the Sharpe Stream side says girls know why they do these things. They know why they post bikini shots on IG and go to clubs dressed like whores. And the second you respond to them with the same argument techniques they use on you, they realize, oh crap, he knows why I'm doing this. I can't fool him. And oh shit, he's calling my bluff. And I can't respond because I don't want him doing that. But I can't say that. What do I do? Dude. There you go, man. That's exactly right, man. That's exactly right. This is what we call plausible deniability. Girls act like they don't know that they're sexualizing themselves for the explicit purpose of getting attention from men. Well, it's not my fault that they're turned on by me. No, it's not, but that's why you did it. Good comment.
He's
Of
right.
course it's not traditional.
That's what we're saying.
He's
That's
right.
what I
We're
said.
wrong.
So
Of course. 50 years ago, women weren't probably some, but not as many as today.
So
posting
what's the
themselves
argument
like-
here?
That you, I feel okay. My argument.
I feel like I'm so worthy of
One
being
at a time.
loved.
One at a time.
I feel like I'm so worthy of being loved. Of course you do. You have to sleep at night.
Okay, go.
I feel
I
like
feel-
that's a feeling, right?
I believe and I agree with the fact that I'm still worthy of being loved, regardless of if I post a picture. And
You want to know what's terrible? You want to know what's tragic about this bitch?
so worthy of
One
being
at a time.
You know what?
loved.
One at a time.
Okay, go.
I feel
You know what's so tragic about this chick right here? That girl's beautiful. She is. She's fucking beautiful. Like, real talk. Like, she's a solid 8. Unfortunately, as soon as she opens her mouth, she literally turns herself into an object. Literally turns herself into an object. And she wonders why men objectify her. Unbelievable.
like
feel-
that's a feling, right?
Do you see how Fresh... Dude, I'm going to tell you what, man. Fresh is a fucking assassin. Fresh is an assassin. Like, if this were a battle, Myron would be down low, just being the warrior, clearing everybody out, just lopping people's heads off. Up in the tower, about 30 yards out, 30 feet high, Fresh is just taking him out. Just sniping him.
I believe and I agree with the fact that I'm still worthy of being loved, regardless of if I post a picture in a bikini or not, because time
Well, sweetheart, and again, there's nothing wrong with believing that you are worthy of love from a traditional man, even though you post bikini pics on IG. But unless you're going to marry yourself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think your relationship. Listen, these girls, all these girls have relatively high sexual market value, right? The chick that's 40-something years old, I mean, she's attractive enough, I suppose. She's all into that Indian and Hindu, the yoga. All right, that's fine. And that's probably why she still looks great, even at 40 years old. But they all have high sexual market value, right? Unfortunately for them, I don't really know about the girl on the right, but they all have low relationship market value, at least for someone looking for a long-term mate. The two girls on the left, high sexual market value, very low relationship market value. The chick in the orange, high sexual market value, probably not going to be high for too much longer, and she's 40 years old. So unless she knows how to code, or unless she brings a skill to a man that can, increases earnings by a couple of commas, low relationship market value, man.
times have changed. You know?
Reality doesn't care about your feelings. The guy
Dude, god damn. Man, oh man. Like, dude, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Fresh is on his fucking game, god damn it. Holy moly. Good God almighty. Practical Stoic, $5, says all of them deserve ass to mouth and the boot. With the train sound, appreciate that very much. Adrian Real says, keep up the good work, bro. You're always saving lives. Zed Wagner, $5, appreciate that. And Adrian Tapia in the chat says,
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
fuck it. He puts it in there like 100 times. I'm not going to do that. Appreciate the engagement, guys.
What do you think reality is, though?
hold on.
Are you
The
kidding
guy
me?
that would want to wife you up knows off rip. If I wife her up,
Keep on
guess
to the
what?
streets.
Her pay.
She belongs to the streets.
Bingo. There are plenty of men who would wife up an Instagram thought. Plenty of men. Unfortunately for those Instagram thoughts, these are not the men that they ultimately want. And therein lies the paradox. Therein lies the paradox.
Her page is gonna send dudes to her all the time. I might be at a point where, you know what, I'm secure in who I am. I want her, but just off rip, her having a for sale sign on her body, that's for her for sale forever. I might not want that. So if I want a girl to be loyal to me,
Hey,
I don't want her having pictures of
The
herself
point is this, guys.
that's up to you.
I simply made a statement at the beginning. I said women want traditional men without being traditional themselves. You said, well, why aren't we traditional? I explained to you that women sexualize themselves in today's society, and that is not traditional.
And guys,
I mean,
Hold on. We're talking about women first. If you want to switch the topic and talk about men, we can have that discussion
Okay.
after. But for now, we're going to keep it nice
Dude,
and organized on one topic. I said
Okay.
women sexualize themselves.
Dude, Myron is a master fucking moderator, man. Like, dude, he is. I wish that he could tell you. This is, oh my God. I wish Myron, and he's going to have to talk to his lawyer. I wish Myron could talk about what he used to do before he did Fresh and Fit. Because I know exactly what he used to do. I know exactly what he used to do. And it explains everything. It explains all of his traits, all of the traits that he has that seem to come just natural gifts. All of his traits will be explained when he is able to tell you guys what he used to do. We are seeing this on display right now. And in case you guys want to know, he was a third grade school teacher and then moonlighted as a florist.
And they do it by their own doing. Men don't force you to do it, which you guys try to claim. Men force us to sexualize. No, they don't.
No.
You choose to sexualize, which means you made a conscious decision. And I'm telling you, there's consequences to your decisions.
Ooh.
It's just that women don't like the negative consequences of their decisions.
Oh.
You guys want to be able to sexualize yourself with zero consequence. And here's the point. I'm not telling you there's anything wrong with it. I'm just telling you men aren't going to take you seriously for
That's
marriage.
right. Okay.
And we had a bunch of guys, 10,000 plus in here, that said, I don't want to wife up a woman that sexualizes herself.
10,000 people said
mean-
once. 10,000 people said once.
Did you not see all the
think-
ones that were here
whatever, No,
earlier?
I didn't.
Okay,
I personally-
because you're
Chris,
seeing
go up.
what you want to see. I'm
Chris, go up.
telling you how men really think. Men
But you're saying
have a serious.
sexualizing.
Please let me finish. Men have a serious problem with women that advertise themselves on the
you
internet and taking them seriously as a wife. A lot of guys have an issue
But
with
they
it.
But
love
you're saying
Look at all the ones.
sexualizing
Wait, hold on.
men. It's
This is a good one right here. Malik D counting the straw man's number 4. Geeky Anomaly says, what is reality? Are you serious? She's trying to shift the ultimate philosophical question away from intersexual dynamics. Yeah, that's what she's trying to do. It's the only way they can win.
bikini
Okay,
pictures.
okay.
You're gonna
Look,
date a
look.
girl who posts pictures in bikinis. Everyone, even she probably posted a picture in bikinis. You probably posted
Yeah,
pictures in
but that
bikinis.
goes
They will
back.
date
yeah.
you.
Everyone
They
does.
follow-
That goes
Listen.
back to
Yeah.
my argument that women aren't traditional today's day and
Okay.
age.
You win.
Marriage
Whatever.
is a traditional concept, correct?
100%.
Okay.
Fuck marriage.
Are women traditional now?
Not all of us, but that's not to say we're
Okay.
like we're all
People
100%
use men.
hoes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
People use men.
I don't have one bikini picture. Go on my Instagram.
She doesn't have one bikini picture, huh? Go to her Instagram. You know what? I think we will do that. Hang on a second. I think we are going to go to her Instagram. Hang on a second. Give me a second here. Come on. What was her Instagram? Hang on, it might be. I actually looked at. There it is. Adriana. No, wait, that's not it. What was her? Oh, I actually had it up here. I guess maybe she blocked me. So the point is that this girl says, I don't have one bikini pic on my Instagram. What did I say earlier, guys? What did I say earlier? You do not have to get naked or show yourself in a bikini to sexualize yourself. The way she is dressed now is sexualized. Dude, the crop top, the cleavage, there's a rip in her shirt so that we can see a portion of her tits. That's not an accident. This is on purpose. This is by design. Again, there's really nothing wrong with that. If a girl wants to sexualize herself, that's fine. But pretending...
He's in the house.
Wait a minute.
Can any of you...
But pretending, pardon me, that they're not doing it for attention, that is disingenuous. That is all... listen, that is all there is to it. Let me try to find this girl's Instagram. Nah, that was the... give me 2 seconds. I thought I had it queued up, but... Nope, that's not it either. Oh, here we are. Here we go. Yes, Amanda. Yeah, so this is Amanda I. Hernandez. Okay? So I'm gonna rewind it a bit. Then we're gonna see exactly what the hell is up here.
No, now.
Not all of us, but that's not to say we're
Okay.
like we're
People
all 100%
use men.
hoes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
People use men.
I don't have one bikini picture. Go on my Instagram.
Look at that. She's like, ooh, go to my Instagram. I don't have one bikini picture. Da 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 da. Right? So now at this point, now you see what just happened here? The fact that she considers this a win. Stay with me here, guys. The fact that she considers that she doesn't have a bikini picture on Instagram and she's like, ooh, for the win, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? She secretly agrees with Myron. Well, I don't have bikini pics on Instagram. Well, tell me, Amanda Hernandez, why would you consider that to be a W as denoted by your body language? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Because you know that bikini pics are sexualizing yourself. But for the sake of argument, let's just take a look. Let's take a look at Amanda Hernandez's Instagram, shall we? I'm going to blow this up a little so that we can see this a little bit better. 1,360 followers. Not that many. Oh, what's this picture? Oh, I don't have a bikini picture, but yeah, she makes sure her ass is out. Oh, here's another one. Not over-sexualizing yourself, huh? Huh? Where's her boyfriend? Look, I have Devin dressed like this all the time when we go out, as long as she's with me. Look at this. Oh, no bikini pics on my Instagram. And this is supposed to what are you like, what is this? Not supposed to be like form-fitting shirt? Form-fitting shirt. She's got ample breasts. From the look of things down low, man, she might be a few short years away from some booty do. She might be getting some booty do. Oh, here's another picture. No bikini pics, but yeah, scantily clad. Her friend on the right is kind of thick, though. Her friend on the right is kind of thick, right? No, her friend on the right is overweight. See this right here, guys? The girl on the right, quit smashing these broads. Quit smashing these broads. Let's take a little. Let's go a little further down. Oh, not over sexualizing yourself, huh? Oh boy. Oh, I got the wrong chick? No, this is her. This is her. Wait, is it? No, I think this is her. I think this is her. Oh, the one on the white is Mariana. Okay, well, this was in the let's see. Mariana. Let's look at hers. Mariana Hewitt. I know she's not a blue check mark. No, I have no idea who that is. All right, well, either way. This is the older lady's Instagram. I don't know how in the world she has a blue check mark, but it is what it is. Do your thing, girl. I ain't hating. So she says she does not have any bikini pics on her Instagram.
Okay.
I'm not talking about you guys.
I know you're not.
I'm not talking about you guys
But
in
I'm
general.
saying from that perspective, and
But
I
we're
still
women,
defend.
so we're gonna feel some type of way.
Okay, well, I don't care about your feelings. We're talking about
There you go.
facts and logic here. I'm telling you, simply put, this isn't towards you, but to all women out there,
Which is us.
your actions have consequences.
You see how she keeps trying to make it, you're insulting us. You're insulting us.
You can take it that way if
But
you
it's
want.
all women.
You can-
I'm a
you can-
woman.
If the
okay,
consequence-
Oh, see, it's all woman.
Can I please finish?
Ladies,
Yes, go ahead.
can
Yeah,
you
you guys-
stop cutting people off?
Guys,
the
please.
tequila is strong, but I know. Just relax.
Honey,
Are you
I'm
kidding?
Yeah,
sober.
no.
Are you kidding me?
She's drinking water. So listen,
I'm
the
sober.
point I'm trying to make is
Oh my God. She actually is laughing about the fact that her petulance and irreverence is not because of the tequila. Can you imagine this bitch drunk? Like, real talk? Could you imagine her?
is this, guys, okay? And you guys might not like what I'm saying. I'm just saying your actions have reactions, and that reaction sometimes tends to be negative.
There
For
it
all the
is.
attention and validation and likes and comments that you get for posting pictures of yourself that make you look good, you're also going to limit your ability to get a marriage and or traditional relationship with a traditional man that you want to adhere to these certain traits. I'm simply saying you're not traditional, so you can't expect a traditional man and get a traditional marriage. Simply put like that. Okay?
And listen.
Now,
I can live with that.
Okay, if you can live with that, that's cool. But
see, I can live with that. We'll just be single.
You guys are not going to come on here and say, "Oh, men sexualize."
You see how they're acting like little high school girls now? See how they're acting like high school girls now? Legendary Ace, $3, says, girl in white should buy a dog. It will love her. Then a couple of comments down. Sean O said, nah.
Nope.
It might despise her. Rude Access, $20, says, these 304s ooze disrespect. It is disgusting, plain and simple. Yeah, man. Listen, man, both of these girls, I mean, they are beautiful girls, man. Like, seriously, like, their physical attractiveness, there is no denying that. But are you guys seeing how their attitude, their irreverence, their lack of respect for anybody or anything, how unattractive that makes them look? Like, if they just sit there with their mouths shut, they might have a chance. Nope, they got yeah.
Listen, we do. No, you sexualize yourselves. Women sexualize themselves.
Yes.
I can't force a woman to make an OnlyFans account, sell pictures of herself.
Not every woman is the same.
But no woman would make
everyone has
no one woman would make
go.
an OnlyFans if they
Here we
didn't have
go.
an audience,
Exactly.
which is all you.
Okay, and I can sell cocaine and make a lot of money, but if I get caught, I'm going to jail.
But you don't, right?
Cocaine is different.
And
It's
just
an
like not
addictive
every
drug.
girl posts
The point
OnlyFans.
is,
It's an
you cannot.
addiction.
Look at this. Cocaine is addictive. I'm sorry. Don't guys have spicy movie addictions? Right? Like, don't men have spicy movie addictions? I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the case? There aren't men with spicy movie addictions out here in the world? You see, they keep trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Deconflate things, right? They're trying to deconflate things. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to say, well, cocaine and OnlyFans is different because cocaine is addictive. No. Pornography is addictive. And let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. OnlyFans is just basically pornography that men pay for. That's it.
You cannot attack the market that wants it and say, no, but I'm.
No, she's not. Of course she's attacking it. She says, well, it's not our fault that the market wants this. The Neologic $10 says, this is an adult trying to educate petulant children. It just gets worse, and they act younger and younger. It was exhausting. I almost stopped watching. They happily trolled the show for 2.5 hours. Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. There was another comment. And I forgot to read it on the Sharpe stream side, but it alluded to what I talk about all the time on my podcast. Women grow old, but they never grow up. What you guys are seeing is the quintessential example of two women. They're acting like 14 and 15-year-olds. Do you want to know why they're acting like they're 14 and 15-year-olds? Because when they were between 14 and 15, they realized that men, persons of the opposite sex, wanted to have sex with them. Okay? Females stop maturing the moment they figure out that men want to sleep with them, they stop maturing. And the reason for that is that a woman's sexuality is that's the pinnacle of her existence. As soon as a woman accomplishes the feat, being sexually attractive to men, there's nothing else they have to do. Men want to fuck me, so why do I need to learn how to cook? Why do I need to learn how to clean? Why do I need to learn how to be disrespectful? Right? Why should I continue maturing when the way I look is enough? Right? So we've got these two women, I don't know, 23, 24 years old, I don't know how old they are. They're acting like 14 and 15-year-old girls, man. Little 7th and 8th graders, freshmen at the very most. This is because they stop maturing the moment they realize that men want to fuck them. However, that maturation process will begin again in earnest when the men who used to want to fuck them look through them. When their attractiveness starts to dwindle, which will be indicated by the types of men who are showing indicators of interest, that's when they mature again. Because in the back of her mind, she's thinking, uh-oh, quality men don't want to fuck us anymore. Oh boy, we're about to hit the wall. All right, well, let's develop other parts of ourselves so we can be more likable, more marriageable, more girlfriend material. This is how it happens. This is why 37-year-old women still act like they're 22 years old. Because they only started maturing 5-6 years ago when they hit the wall at 32. That's how this works every single time.
Literally, it's the same exact. By your logic, I'm going to blame the consumers of this product as to why I make this product. What I'm telling you is, if you distributed the product, you got to deal with the consequences of having said product and distributing it, which is lack of respect from men when you sexualize yourself.
Okay.
And
period.
Which
Because
they
look,
do.
men will date you, they'll take you out, but they'll never wife you.
Yeah, there it is. They'll fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And again, these two girls, once again, and this is like most women in this part of the country. Most women in this part of the country mistake sexual market value for relationship market value. Men want to fuck us, so men must also want to marry us. Not how it works. Not one bit.
Will
Smash-
wife us. You
No.
guys-
See that? See that? They will wife us. Listen to this.
Which is lack
Right
of
on
respect
cue.
from men
Right on
when you
fucking cue.
sexualize yourself.
Okay.
And
Period.
Which
Okay.
they
Look,
do.
men will date you, they'll take you out, but they'll never wife you.
They
They'll just
will wife
smash-
us.
They will wife us. Do you hear that? They will wife us. You see? She's young and pretty. She's young and pretty. They will wife us. Yeah, they'll what? No, Ain't nobody wifing. Dude, ain't nobody wifing this disrespectful hoe, man. Ain't nobody wifing you. See, if these girls were smart, they'd lock down a high-value man right now. They'd lock down a high-value man right now. Nope. They want to fuck around all in their 20s and then wonder where have all the good men gone in their 30s.
No.
They'll wife us. No.
Nope.
Sorry.
Well, not us, because we're
No,
not like
no,
that.
in general, they'll,
See? Do you see the condescend? Well, not us, because we're not like that. Bitch, please.
they'll smash you, have fun, but to say, oh, put a ring on it, they won't do it.
Okay.
Well, that's not true because
It's their opinion. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Cardi
matter.
B.
No, it's a fact. Marriage rates have declined
Cardi B
significantly.
is
Cardi B
a horrible
is-
example.
Did this bitch really just use Cardi B as an example?
married.
Cardi B is a
hold on. No.
With
The
the
child
child.
cheated on, not gonna lie.
You guys literally just use Cardi B, which is one of the worst examples ever.
Worse.
And here's the other thing too, you got to understand.
And they know that's a bad example. That's why they're laughing.
Marriage rates have steadily declined over the past few decades.
Listen, marriage is a fucking man-made concept, and
Oh my God.
listen, you're born into this life by yourself. You leave by yourself. Fuck marriage. You know, if you find a connection, great.
Well, before you were angry at the fact that I mentioned marriage is a traditional
No,
thing.
it's just
No, it
because
isn't.
you were sexual. Like you were
you
like,
were trying to blame women.
yeah, you're trying.
And
And
we're
He was not blaming women. When did he blame women?
trying to blame
No,
you.
hold-
Listen,
no.
it's a two-way street.
No, I'm holding you guys accountable for your actions.
Accountable?
If you choose to take sexual photos of yourself,
100%.
men aren't going to take you seriously.
That's just logic, like you're saying a million
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
It's logic.
No,
That's
that's fact.
normal because that's how men think of women. You know,
Okay.
they want someone pure. They want
Opinion.
someone sweet. Whatever. You know?
Opinion. It doesn't matter. It's your guys' opinions.
See, there it is. Opinion. Anytime they know Myron is speaking facts, oh, that's his opinion.
I don't even care. Go.
I don't even care. Yeah, sure you do.
Continue. Let's go. It's just your guys'
What
opinion.
part of it is opinion?
It's your opinion.
What part
on
is
women.
opinion?
On woman, why do these? Dude, I think, honestly, it's your opinion on woman. I think it might be a linguistic thing. Wow, Hellfong on the Sharpe stream side says it's a world full of Cardi B's, not enough Donna Reeds. Wow. Taking it way back, my friend. Guys, honestly, fill me in on this linguistic anomaly here. It seems like more and more people are not using this, they're not using the correct pluralism when it comes to woman or women. You're talking about woman. Is she saying it in a way like we talk about man or mankind? Man has created X, Y, and Z. Man has had many innovations. Is that the way they're referring it to, or is she just ignorant? And I'm not saying that facetiously. I really want to know, because a lot of people are using this. I feel like they're misusing this. That's what I feel. I don't know. That's what it is to me. Did I just say I feel like? Merch.
You don't know every
saying that
woman.
every-
There's billions
you don't
of
know
women.
every-
See, here we are. Billions and billions of women. You can't know. See, there you go. So all 3.5 billion, or all 3 billion men on Earth have to sign off on what Myron is saying for them to take it as fact. Is that it?
Woman, and you don't know every man.
You don't. You
We
don't.
talked to hundreds of women.
Okay.
See, and Fresh fucked up right there. He fucked up right there. God, Fresh shouldn't have. Listen, Fresh will learn. Fresh will learn. Now you see how they instantly turned their attention toward. You're saying Fresh is like, well, listen, we've talked to hundreds of women. What's there going to be their argument?
Hundreds. Wow. Hundreds.
And see, there you go. There it is. See, hundreds. Wow. Da 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 da. This is why you never enter into their frame. That's why you never enter into their frame.
Also,
billions of women.
Also,
And all these guys are following your podcast, which is
because they agree
has
with
a
you
vibe.
guys.
No, they follow the podcast because of bitches like you. This is why. See, again, these girls have no idea. It's so funny how women do this. They talk about this community. It's just full of angry men, and they somehow found each other on the internet and blah, 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 blah. No. The reason why this community exists is because we discovered that millions of men are telling literally the same stories. Actually, let me backtrack. Not literally the same stories, but we are telling the same stories. The cheating, the hypergamy, the baby trapping. All of the guys were always saying, am I the only person?
They
It has a
found us
vibe.
after finding out the truth for themselves
There's
and
no
saying, you know what?
truth.
See this?
Reality.
There is no truth. See this? Do you see how there are no absolutions in these girls' world? There are no absolutions. Nope, nothing is truth. Everything is gray. Everything is fluid. It's all just opinion.
It's
Just
true.
life.
My feelings, your feelings, your
Fries, you
opinions
guys see this?
are relevant.
You guys see
Guys, the truth is they're single for a reason.
Oh! God damn! Oh my God! Whoa! Wow!
My nigga.
Yo, Chris Pogson with the uppercut. God damn! Woo! He said the truth is these bitches are single for a fucking reason. Yo, real talk. Aaron just cooked these hoes, man. God damn. That was brutal. Technological chaos. $5 says one statement to describe those pics. Stray at best.
Yep.
Deuces of Growth, $5, says that's not her. Hers is Mariana Lorenz, but she put it private. Check her friend Adriana Perez X on the black next to Myron has bikini pics in public. Okay, let's check it out. Oh yeah, there is Mariana Lorenz, and let's see, Adriana Perez X. All right, so let's check out Adriana Perez X. Oh, this is the girl. This is the girl next to Myron. Wow, this girl is fully hot. Dude, listen, real talk. This chick is hot, man. This chick is fucking hot. Hold up. Yeah, dude, real talk. So this is not the girl without the bikini pics. This is the one who posts bikini pics. This girl is hot. There is no question about it. Yeah, dude. Look, honestly. Oh, Santa Monica. Dude, I fucking love Santa Monica. Let me see what her legs look like. Gotta hit the gym. Yeah, dude. Real talk, dude. Like, this girl is hot. Ain't no question about it. This is a crying shame. Oh, what's this we see? We see her on a yacht. She is on a yacht. I wonder what she had to do to get on that yacht. That was 9 weeks ago. I wonder whose yacht that was. Wonder who's taking these pictures. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, she's a pretty girl. She's got bigger boobs than I thought. Yeah, she's fucking, guys. This girl is fucking beautiful, man. She's fucking beautiful. She really is. Unfortunately, her spoiled, petulant attitude, it just makes her unbearable. Oh, here we go. And I think they're going to show this on the podcast. Oh, mirror selfies, blah, 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 blah. I can't help it if they're looking at my ass that I strategically put in the mirror. Yep. Oh, there she is in front of the Bellagio in Vegas. Gee, I wonder who flew her out to Vegas. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, oh my God, this is a damn... Dude, oh my... This girl is fucking beautiful. She's fucking beautiful. Like, dude, like a girl like her needs to be married to a high-value guy and having children. Nope. What does she want to do? What does she want to do? She wants to do things with men for pictures like this. For pictures like this. You think that dude, whoever let her on that yacht, do you think he just did it for nothing? Don't think so. This is a damn shame, man. This is a damn shame, dude. It really is, man. It really is. It's a damn shame when you see these beautiful girls just, they're pissing away their best years for what? For fun? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Kamatsi Umi. Welcome to Chat Privileges. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that greatly. Wait a minute. At Kamatsu Umi to welcome him to the TSR family. Welcome to Chat Privilege. Please, Kamatsu, put your name, not your name, your age and location in the chat. Black Wolf Inc., $5, said Myron is wielding Thor's hammer, He-Man's sword, and Batman's armor with Super Saiyan God powers. These girls truly display that men have to be wiser. Real talk. Space Windu with the $50 super chat says literally everything can be addictive. Moderation in moderation. Totally agree. Totally agree. Zed Wagner, $5, says womanism sold a lie. The uniform girls are getting high on the narcissist supply. Never get high on your own supply. Narcissist cannot accept criticism because they got to protect that ego.
Yep.
C-Dub, $2, says we are not angry with these women. We pity them. Yeah. Zach Gelpy says they are conversing exactly how they text. People in generally don't know how to talk in an average vernacular anymore. I guess that's what it is. Jason Moreno, $5, says a beautiful waist, man. Let's just call it what it is. Too bad. Yeah, she's stunning. Dude, this girl is fucking beautiful. That's a damn shame, dude. It really is, dude. It really is, man. Like, it really, really is. Like, dude, the most beautiful women in the world, they're not getting married and settling down. They're not getting married young and settling down. Nope. They're on the meat merry-go-round. Ay. Let's continue.
Yeah, a reason
Y'all are
because
single
we
too.
want to choose. We want to
Y'all are
choose. If
single
I
too.
wanted 10 boyfriends right now, I could have 10 boyfriends right now.
Ah, yes. There we go. If I wanted 10 boyfriends right now, I could have 10 boyfriends.
Yep.
But how many rings would you get from those 10 boyfriends?
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I
But
believe you.
I 10 dicks
choose,
right now.
But I choose. Okay, 10
Boyfriends.
dicks. I don't give a fuck 10 pussies. I don't care.
The
Like,
point
that's
of,
just...
See, she just got defeated in the argument, and she just moved the goalpost again.
the point of the matter, guys,
I'm
is
single
we're
because I'm
talking about
single.
we're talking about marriage here, and we're talking about marriage is
And
is
you
a
have your own
traditional
opinion.
concept.
I have my own
See, there it is. She keeps cutting him off because she knows he's right.
opinion, and that's it. Let's
Yeah.
go. Continue.
No.
No, guys.
He wants to argue.
It's a biological fact that men have an issue with promiscuous
You
women
have your
and
own
or women
opinion.
that
Dude, okay. See, now she's becoming disrespectful. Myron needs to look her in the eye and check her.
Okay, you have your own opinion.
See this? Do you see this? Okay. Like, dude, how spoiled and petulant can you be? Like, it's like, dude, honestly. Like, how old is this chick? Like 14 years old? Okay, Dad, I heard you. Watch.
Go, continue.
No.
No, guys.
He wants to argue.
It's a
Watch.
biological fact that men have an issue with promiscuous
You
women
have your
and or
own
women
opinion.
that have
Okay, you have your own opinion.
See that? See?
Fuck marriage.
No, it's just
Let's be
like you have
real.
your own opinion. I have my own opinion. Every person in this planet has their own opinion.
See? And now she's trying to water down his argument to make it equal to hers. Listen, that's your opinion. We have opinions. We all have opinions. Let's agree to disagree.
I'm not gonna agree with you, and you're not gonna agree with me, and that's it.
Girls, give your.
Well, here's the thing.
and
You
that's
can, you can agree
two
to disagree, but you're incorrect in your assessment.
I wanted to say something.
You're incorrect.
You.
Adrian Tapia says, I give her a 7 at best. I'll say this. Adriana, with her mouth, when Adriana's mouth is closed, she's a solid 8. Like, real talk. Adriana with her mouth closed, that is a rock solid 8. Solid 8. Right? Black Wolf Inc. says she's an adjustable 6. No, she's not. No, she's not. And again, guys, we really have to get out of the habit. We really have to get, and I'm not trying to bash on anybody. We really have to get out of the habit. And this is how you can become good with women. Stay with me here, guys. Stay with me. This is why guys like me, and I'm not trying to bag on you guys. I understand where you guys are coming from, right? Her attitude certainly makes her an adjustable 6, but here's how you can differentiate. Here's how you can start to compartmentalize sex from love. Because a lot of guys, the first time they have sex, they fall in love with the girl. It's the first time they've ever had sex, right? The more sex they have, the more detached they become. It happens a lot quicker for guys than it does for women. Women, it takes them into their 40s to become detached from sex. Guys, takes us into our 20s, maybe, depending on how much we have. But Street Fighter 88 just nailed it. Says, take the emotions out of it. She's an 8. Guys, we have to learn. We have to be able to admit that girls who are petulant, spoiled, who we don't like very much, are highly sexually attractive. Like, again, look, listen, let's look at it again. This is Adriana right here. This is her Instagram, okay? This is her Instagram, okay? This girl is fucking beautiful. Dude, look at her face, man. Look at her face. Look at her, dude, this is the best picture of her right here. That is the best picture of her right there. You want to know why? Because she's smiling and she looks feminine. She never mouthed open. She's not running her mouth, blah, 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 blah. This girl is fucking, dude, this girl, look at this. She's got long, naturally, dude, she's got that Latina look. I don't know. This girl is a fucking, listen, man, she's a fucking smoke show. There is no doubt about it. She's hot and she's beautiful. However, we need to be able to compartmentalize and admit that people that we don't like are, listen, man, dude, half the girls in Vegas that I smashed, I couldn't fucking stand them. Could not stand them. So the blind archer says she's an 8, but I treat her like a 6. Actually, I think that's too good for her. I treat her like a 4. So with her mouth closed, she's a solid 8. Now, with her mouth open, right, she's an adjustable 6. With her mouth open and on her knees, she becomes an 8.5. If you guys catch my drift. Let's continue. Oops.
I'm incorrect. I'd like to say something.
I feel like earlier when we were going around and we were all asking what kind of relationship
Here we
and
go.
you want to have with kids and how much should he be
No, I don't
making.
like
No,
that.
I'm just suggesting that was the question that we were asking. And
See, the girl in
there was a part of that was kind of like alluding to that you would be married.
See, the girl, now the girl in the orange is about to drop a little bit of knowledge, right? She's about to drop a little bit of knowledge. Now, she goes off the reservation. Okay, Oka Tree, listen. Go to donovansharpe.com/YouTube/membership. The reason why you can't comment on the chat on YouTube is because you have to be a member on YouTube. If you become a member on Sharpe Stream, that does not give you chat privileges in YouTube. That's how that works.
This person, but the question was never really asked, do you actually want to be married?
Right.
Do you want to be married?
Right.
Do you think that
Eventually,
matters?
yeah. I would probably
the
want to be
traditional
married.
Yeah.
wedding. Okay, what about you?
To be honest, I don't find that as like something that it's not a life goal of mine to be married.
If it happens, it happens.
If it happens, it happens. And honestly, I don't even want it to happen because so many things, like so many strings attached, come with that like I don't even care
It's
about
a contract.
What about you?
I said I did.
You want to
You
be
do
married?
want to be married.
So I think that nowadays, and even in the U.S. especially, I don't know if you guys know, but like the number of people having children and or getting married is declining. It's like the number one country in the world that's not getting married and not having kids anymore. Basically, it's declining, which I think is actually
there we go.
probably for the better. But because there's so much divorce, people are like, "What's the point?" But the point is that
Sorry about that, guys.
that question, I think.
Black Wolf Inc. says, and when she's a missionary, she is a solid 10. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. When a lot of guys, you just get missionary from your woman and da-da-da-da-da. Look, man, the missionary position, that is my favorite. I love me some missionary, man. Like, a real talk. Like, of all the positions, and dude, honestly, Devin and I just do 2 positions. Missionary and doggy style. Literally nothing else. A lot of people hear that, oh my God, that's so boring. Not boring to me. When you've got an ass like hers and a rack, when you have an ass and a rack like hers, what other position do I need? What other position do I need? Well, does she like it? Does it matter?
Nope.
All I know is that I'm not terrible, and she keeps coming back for more. Do not knock missionary, especially, dude, women who are in phenomenal shape look absolutely unbelievable when you have them in missionary or doggy. It's the best. It's the best.
Was never really like.
Yeah, missionary for the win. Oops, sorry.
Fully asked. So we were like, how much should he make? How many kids would you have? But like, do you want to be married? That would be the foundation before how many kids, how much should this guy be making?
Well, it's the issue of contention.
Well, Chef Boyarze says, so if another female tells the girls the same thing Myron is telling them, now they get it. Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy? Malik on the Sharpe stream side says, so many strings attached. Yeah, for us, you can team up with the court system and destroy us worse than Mike Tyson back in the 1980s. Black Wolf Inc. $5 says, sadly, though, femme orange dress is the standard 40-plus-year-old woman. She is beautiful and wise, but past her prime. She wants a $500K man and a soulmate. Bruh.
Nope.
Not good.
Really, nigga?
Is that they didn't like.
Did you see that?
But like,
Watch
do
this.
you want to be married?
Look, this girl is starting to really get turned on by Myron. She is really starting to get turned on by Myron. Oops. Watch this.
That would be the foundation before how many kids, how much should this guy be making?
Watch.
Well, it's the issue of contention is that.
There it is. Look at her. Dude, she is so turned on by him, and she is pissed off that she's turned on by him. She's like, God damn it. I want to suck this dude's dick, and I have no fucking idea why. No idea why.
They didn't like my response that if you want a traditional man, you should be a traditional woman. And they said, well, I should be able to do what I want. And if I take pictures or whatever, why does that change? And I said, well, the thing is that.
Shout out to Essence. I guess Lesencel. Welcome to Chat Privilege. That I couldn't hold myself no more to join the sharpshooters. This podcast is fire. Appreciate that. At Lesencel. Yeah, there we are. Lesencel. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that pronunciation. I hate pronouncing people's names incorrectly.
That men want.
Adrian thinks Myron already smashed. He might have.
A woman that has traditional values.
Can
and
I say
posting
something?
Scantily clad pictures of yourself is not traditional, whether you want to accept it or not. Now, you might say this is a modern type thing. Women are empowered. They can do what they want. That's fine. You can be liberated and everything else. But what I'm saying is that you're also.
Jimmy J sent me a $3 Cash App. He said, she is not no 8. J-Lo in her prime was an 8. No, this girl's an 8. This girl's listen, man, we can agree to disagree. I understand, but this girl is fucking beautiful. She's fucking beautiful, man. She ain't no 7. Like, dude, she ain't no 7. Dude, with a body like that and a face like that? No. And again, guys, we have to, and this is actually, let me go back to what I was going to say earlier. And I guess I kind of got off kilter. The reason why it's very important for men to be able to compartmentalize the way a woman looks and the way he feels about her and honestly assess her based on what she looks like is because this is the skill that you will be able to use when you start dating super attractive women. Okay? When you start dating super attractive women and you have the ability to say, you know what? I can't fucking stand that bitch, but I would butt fuck her for 3 days if I had to. When you can do that, you now have the ability to say, you know what? She's hot, but I know she's probably a hot mess, right? That gives you the ability to listen. I know she's hot. She's a 9 or a 10. You know, whoop, whoop, whoop. But I'm not going to commit to this broad because I know what she gets up to behind closed doors. Because the prettier someone is, man or woman, the more human beings perceive them as being moral. I know I'm saying that all wrong, but we think that beautiful people, we think that the more aesthetically pleasing people are, the better a person they are. That, dude, nothing could be further from the truth. Are there some beautiful women out there who are also very sweet? Absolutely. But the exception does not make the rule. And so when you can honestly say, listen, man, the girl is a fucking she's a petulant child and she's acting like a fucking bitch, but she's a solid 8 that I would have no problem coating her throat. That's when, at that point, that is when you now have the mental capacity to pursue bigger game. In other words, hotter girls. You have to be able to honestly tell yourself that. Because if you can't be honest with yourself and with other people about the sexual market value of a woman that you don't like, then you're not going to be able to compartmentalize the way a woman looks and the way she really is. That's very important.
Going to liberate yourself from the security and provisioning of a marriage from a lot of men who actually agree with me on this thing. It's just that it sounds like a foreign concept to you guys.
Say something?
Because are you actually listening, or are you just listening to respond?
Actually, listening.
No, you're not,
to.
because I'm telling you literally what men want and how men view the world and how men view women.
I'm listening to you. I'm not listening to the other.
See, she just cut him off. Can I say something? That means she's not listening. She's listening to respond.
And no.
No, but you're saying, well, you're just making your own opinion. I said,
no,
okay, well,
I want to
chat.
say something.
Can you
Whenever
guys,
you're done, I want to say something.
Okay. See, right here. That's disrespect. Whenever you're done, I want to say something. Right? Whenever you're done, I want to say something. She doesn't, all she wants to do now, she just wants to break his momentum. She wants to break his momentum, and this is on purpose. She is trying to piss him off to break his frame. Myra never cracks. Dude, Myra never even shows signs of cracking. Like, dude, it is incredible. The level of patience, and dude, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I really don't. Myron is clearly getting better at what he does. Oops.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is,
see, look at her. You see how pleased with herself she looks? See how yeah. I got you. Watch.
But you're saying, well, you're just making your own opinion. I said,
no,
okay, well,
I want to
chat.
say something.
Can you
Whenever
guys,
you're done, I want to say something.
That's
what I'm saying.
Okay, so the point I'm trying to make
Watch
is,
her nod. She's like, yeah.
Is that men?
Yeah. See, she looks pleased with herself for having stopped Myron's momentum. That's just immaturity. That's disrespect, guys. That's disrespect. That's all there is to it. That wasn't a shit test. That was just disrespect. She keeps trying to push his buttons to get him to explode. It's not working. She tried shit testing in the beginning. That didn't work. Now she's going to the disrespect. Man of Understanding, $5, says Myron has learned that it is, oops. There we are. Myron has learned that it is better to let them embarrass themselves first to prove his point first. This is actually what Kevin Samuels does. Zed Wagner, $5, says the hotter the chick, the higher the body count equals busted pair bonding. Mayim Bialik, with a bed full of cat piss and turds, 100 plus notches on the bedpost. River Bacon, $5, says I'm back for round 2. Thanks for the consistency of the streams. Missionary for the win. Jason Moreno, $5, says honestly, Missionary is the most intimate. You can tell women love it too. The visual stimulation on both ends is chemistry, my man. Just saying. Listen, I totally agree. I'll tell you this too. The better a shape I get into, the more Devin seems to like Missionary, right? Like when I have a little bit of a gut, not so much, right? She's like pushing, like I'll lean over, she'll be like pushing my belly off of her. But lately, she hadn't had to push me off too many times. Listen, I'm just keeping it real. Daddy Dame, $5, says, is it still Missionary when their knees are in their armpits? If so, I love Missionary.
Yep.
You better believe it. Like, dude, real talk. When I'm talking, like, see, here's the thing. Listen, this is why Missionary is awesome. Because you have to be, and I'm not going to derail the show, but what Daddy Dame just said is 100% correct. See, I'm not that dude that just gets on top of a girl and just starts plowing. Oh, no. Dude, I put both hands right behind her knees where her legs bend, and dude, I push those knees right up to her ears. And that's what I do. Like real fucking talk. That's what I do. I do that 2-3 nights in a row. Devin's like, my uterus hurts.
Yep.
That was the point. DJ Red Pill says these 304s are liberated from marriage too. Devin in the chat says a girl has to breathe. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. See, when I lose the belly a little bit, then Devin can breathe. Just keeping it real, man. Keep it at 100.
Most men, okay, on a bounce.
Look. See, I still can't crack them. Look.
What do you want to say? Go ahead.
Go. You're saying traditional, so you want me to wear a skirt all the way to my ankles?
Got to take it to the extreme.
And a long
Here we go.
shirt.
Here we go.
in my pictures.
Here we go.
Hey,
Because you guys
my
are
name's
taking it to the
Adriana.
extreme.
No.
Oh, see that? You're taking it to the extreme. Do you see? This concept is so foreign to these girls. They actually think she actually thinks that this is extreme. She actually, well, if you're going to go extreme, I'm going to go extreme. And no, I don't like pretzel missionary. Like, dude, pretzel missionary, ugh, that looks weird. It's like, no. 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 I don't do the pretzel missionary. I like the I like the knees up by the ears, the legs and the heels pointing in the air. That's what I like.
Bikini is an extreme to you.
You're gonna think shorts are sexualizing ourselves. A crop
Here we
top.
go. See, here we go. Now we're Yes, they do sexualize that. Yes, that is sexualizing yourself.
Sexualizing ourselves. No. What do you want?
Did we say that?
No, but you guys are saying bikini pictures aren't so normal. Like, what do you?
See that? Bikini pictures are so normal. Yeah, they are normal, but men with options are not going to wife you up.
What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about?
I don't think he's saying they're not normal.
No, but he's saying that that's sexualizing ourselves.
Yes.
Is posting a picture in a bikini, yes or no?
What is your definition of
Yes.
sexualizing yourself? Give me a clear
It's
definition.
posting a picture in our bikini. Which
What is
fine.
it?
You know what?
Since you know exactly what men want and feel, all the men in the world.
I have a question. You want to get married, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If the man you wanted to get married to told you today, delete your Instagram, I'll take care of you. Would you get rid of it or no?
Fuck that motherfucker.
I feel like no one should tell me what I can and cannot do. Like,
Well, then that's a no.
Nope.
That's it. That's a no.
specifically on social media. I'm not posting my vagina. I'm not posting my titties out. It's literally a
Again, just because you're not nude does not mean you're not sexualizing yourself.
bikini picture. It's normal.
So you would say no.
Sean O says, I know you are, but what am I type shit. Right? I know you are, but what am I? That's exactly what it is.
If you're that insecure,
That means
I don't
that's
want
not
you
my
near
type.
me.
Hold on.
Oh, if you're that,
It means that's not
if
the
you're
man for
that
me. There's gonna be a
insecure, I don't want you near me. Isn't that interesting? I talk about this in Womanese. Take a look and listen.
You're insecure, controlling, and possessive. I need you to give me space so I can cheat on you.
If a woman ever says this to you, it simply means that your value isn't high enough to justify adhering to your standards. Women never say this about the men they love. Instead, they'll say, he doesn't want me texting my ex, going out to bars or clubs, or going out of town without him. I think it's just so sweet that he doesn't want any other man to have me except for him. If your value is high enough, a woman will comply with whatever demand you place upon her.
Well, there we go. There it is. The only reason to see when women say, oh, I can't do this because you're insecure, all they're doing is trying to give them, they're trying to get enough space to keep their options open. Enough space to keep their options open. Jimmy J sent me another $2, says, $2 for I will still say she, a 7, and for the streets. Jimmy J, I think you're being dishonest. I think that, and I get it. I understand you're obviously still very young. But you lack the requisite ability to compartmentalize the way a woman looks from the way you feel about her. Okay? If you can be honest with yourself and recognize that she is highly, highly attractive and you would fuck her if she were in front of you, If you can be honest with yourself and say, you know what, she's a bitch, but she's an 8, that is when you will be able to compartmentalize a hot girl, a 9 or a 10's looks from her actual personality. Keep lying to yourself. You can listen. You can sit here and say that she's a 7 and this and that and this and that and the other. Keep telling yourself that. But when a girl who looks like her runs up on you and takes advantage of you, at that point you're gonna have to say to yourself, okay, all right, maybe I need to start admitting. See, because what a lot of guys do is they use their feelings. Like, facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. Is this girl a petulant, spoiled child? Absolutely.
Yep.
Does that take away from her sexual market value yet?
Nope.
Sexual market value. Relationship market value? No way. Like, I never commit to this woman. Honestly, this woman is a fuck buddy at best. Like, she doesn't even have the personality to be a side piece, right? She didn't have the personality to be a side piece. But Adriana Perez is a solid 8. Mr. Rose says a 7 from an 8 isn't really a big difference. Sure it is. There's a big difference between 7 and an 8. This is why Kevin Samuels explicitly tells women on his show, rate yourself from 1 to 10, and you can't use 7. Because every girl would call themselves a 7. So there is a big difference between the 7 and an 8. There's a little bit of a difference between, there's a smaller difference between an 8 and a 9, and an even smaller difference between a 9 and a 10. But I don't want to get into semantics. Listen, man, you can put whatever rating you say about the girl. You can say she's a 7, she's an 8, she's 9, whatever the case may be. Dude, every dude in here would smash this girl. Regardless of whatever number you put on it, the fact is that you would smash. And telling me that she is a 7 and for the streets doesn't mean you wouldn't fuck her. Like, it is what it is, guys. You have to, and again, guys, this is a very important skill to have. Why is that guy always with fucking hot girls? Why does he not give a fuck about these bitches? Because he learned to be honest with himself. Okay, she's attractive and she's a bitch, but that doesn't mean I don't want to fuck her. Well, she's attractive, but I know attractive women can be bitches, and I will act accordingly. Patrice O'Neill always used a 1 through 30. Yeah, that would be very funny. That would be very funny.
Man for me, and I could do what I want. And if that guy wants me to leave my soul,
I can do what I want. I'm sorry. If, pardon me. If you're married, can a woman do whatever she wants in marriage? Absolutely. Can she flirt? Yep. Can she cheat? Yep. And any guy that allows her to do this is not the kind of guy she wants to marry in the first place. So she's looking for the average Joe.
social media because he's insecure, then that's his fault.
Who is
See,
this man?
all your
What is he? Is this
all of
my
your
boyfriend?
requirements. Hold on. All your requirements: 6 feet, money in the bank.
It's not
Yeah.
ain't no
Right.
requirement. I've
Right.
dated
There
a
was no
guy
requirements.
short. Like, it does not matter. I don't give a
You
fuck.
guys were asking us, and you wanted us to tell you what were our requirements. There was no
Listen.
requirements for real. If you ask each of us,
I got
It
triggered
was
just
very
because he
vague.
said posting bikini pictures is sexualizing ourselves, and we're not gonna have a marriage because we're fucking posting bikini pictures when that's so normal.
No, he's
And-
saying your chances of getting married are going to be slimmer.
So she says she doesn't think, look at this. So this right here, this isn't sexualizing yourself. This isn't sexualizing yourself here, Adriana. Right? See, these aren't bikini pictures. These are bikini pictures with her legs slightly open. Her back is arched. She is grabbing her tits. She is drawing attention to her private parts. Gentlemen, this is sexualizing 101. That's what this is. Here's another one. Oh, let me get my ass. Let me do the upside down bikini. Let me do the upside down bikini trend so you guys can see 90% of my tits and just happen to catch my ass in the mirror behind me 2 or 3 times. This is sexualizing yourself. They can call it whatever they want. That is exactly what this is. Oops.
It's
and then
not
guess
slimmer.
what? And then guess
In
what?
your
Girls
head.
marry BBL girls. Like, guys marry BBL girls.
In your
Like,
head.
That
guys
might be
marry.
true. But at the same time, he just
Okay, educate me. What are BBL girls? I don't think I've ever known what that is. Malik points out straw man number 7. Yeah, what is BBL girls? What does that mean?
saying to you, it's your choice, it's your body. You can do it whatever you want to do. But just understand that there's a reaction to that choice that you make.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Perfect.
I've said
get
that
it.
clearly a million times.
Yeah.
It's just you were saying that we were sexualizing ourselves, so I don't
when
like
you
that.
post
And you are.
pictures,
It's not sexualizing
okay,
ourselves.
yeah, when you post pictures of yourself on the internet that are scantily clad for the purpose of getting and/or attention
But what
from
is
men,
the definition?
it is sexualizing yourself. Whether
What
you
is
want
the
to accept it or
definition?
not.
Post ad
And it's not
pictures and it's
traditional.
okay.
It's not traditional.
And I know you don't want us to ask your opinion,
It's not
but
traditional.
in your opinion, what you want
It's
from a
not
girl.
traditional.
It's not traditional. Obviously.
Posting pictures of yourself on the internet, right, for the purpose of getting attention, likes, and/or validation.
What about you and
is
your
not
abs?
traditional.
What about
Men and
you and
women
your
are
abs?
different.
Dude,
Men
it
and
doesn't
women are
matter.
very
How
different.
is men with their
See, here we go. They always want to say, what about men? What about men? Dude, men and women are different. Men and women are different. BB Vegito, $5 says, D, you have to leave the one leg down ultimate tap out.
Nope.
Nope. I'm not leaving the one leg down. Nah, fam. Dude. Think the letter V. Like, I'm trying to get all pussy. I'm not trying to get the inside of the thighs. No, I'm trying to get all... Dude, listen. I'm trying to get all up in them guts. Hashtag 2 legs up. Oops, that's not what I wanted to push. There we are. The Practical Stoic, $5, says, their feet on my chest, missionary. Hashtag nuke the land whales. Love it. I don't like girls' feet on my chest when I'm fucking a missionary. I don't know. I guess that could be all right. I remember one girl that tried to do that, and I'm like, like, I'm not sucking your toes. I guess that's just too close to my mouth. I don't know. River Bacon, $10. It says, I love how she said, oh, if you know what men want, yeah, because he is a man, so he knows what other men want. She's a woman telling him what women want, but a man can't tell a woman what men want. Oh, okay, yeah, exactly. Oh, a BBL is a Brazilian... a Brazilian butt lift. I did not know that. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, I guess an old dog can learn new tricks. Okay, I had no idea what that is. Okay, so BBLs. Okay, very good. Thank you, guys. Isaac Landis, $5. Greatly appreciate that. Adrian Tapia says, no lie, Donovan, I would smash, but no LTR commitment. Real talk, like, dude, like, I would make Adriana my side bitch. Ooh, I would not make Adriana my side chick. Like, she would just be a bitch that would come and I'd fuck her once a week, if that. But outside of that, like, as soon as I'm done, all right, you got to get the fuck out before you open your mouth. Because you only look good when your mouth is open in one scenario, not to actually say something. Daddy Dane, $5, says, sign, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. That's all I'm hearing from these chicks. Okay, Trey, $2. Appreciate that. Black Wolf Inc., $5. Says, a man that posts a shirtless pic is a man that has earned that body to allow him to post the shirtless pic. I still look like a melted chocolate ice cream cone. Oh, wow. Gotta hit the gym, bruh. Elijah Stallings says, Myron better than me. I would have gave up on the... Listen, man, Myron does this for us. He does this for men. This is why he endure. Like, dude, Myron's on the front lines. Like, he is actually telling these bitches to their face what is up. And while a lot of this might seem repetitive, and Myron knows that this can get repetitive, but this is exactly why he does it. Because our detractors are always saying, yeah, but not all women. Yeah, but not all women. Yet, woman after woman after woman, night after night after night, come onto the Fresh and Fit podcast and verify what we've been talking here night after night after night. We hear a lot of people complain, God, why doesn't Fresh ask different questions, this and that and the other? They're mixing it up a little bit. Right? Like, they're mixing it up a little bit, but the reason why they're asking a lot of the same questions is so that you guys can see, hey, we keep telling you that all women aren't the same, but all women operate under the same, they operate under the same set of rules in terms of dating. And this is why Myron does this for 2.5, 3 hours a night. He is doing, DJ Red Pills, it says he's doing God's work. Yeah, man. Dude, honestly, this dude is losing his hair for you. This dude is losing his hair for you, man. Real talk. Jonathan Gale, $5, says BBL Brazilian butt lift. Yeah, I had no idea what that was. Oh, are you saying? Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that this girl has a Brazilian butt lift? I don't know. It looks like a natural. Oh boy, now see. I can spot a pair of fake tits from a mile away, but I can't. Like, I don't like I mean, you know, the obvious fake asses, but I don't think this, I don't know. What do you guys think? Hang on a second. Does this girl have, I mean, is this a fake ass right here? Hold on, let me go do, oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me go here. I don't think she has a fake butt. Okay, now I can't find her aspects anywhere. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess I've never seen a Brazilian butt lift before. She's got to have booty pics on here somewhere. Come on, man. Oh, here we are. I don't know. That looks natural to me. Yeah, Malik says fake tits are easy, but I can't tell with butts. Yeah, I can't tell with butts either. I actually like the way fake tits look. Like, I like the way they look. Like, I like it when I can tell a girl has fake tits. I'm like, okay, that's attractive. Probably has something to do with my porn addiction from back in the day. It is what it is. It is what it is. River Bacon, $5 says, thank you for reading that poorly punctuated of mine. I'll make sure to throw in some commas next time. Appreciate that, man. I give it the old college try. Let's continue.
It's really different. No, I want to hear this. How are men and their abs different?
Are men and women the same?
Listen. How are men and their abs different?
See? She's like, listen. See? Now she's getting upset, but Myron is just staying cool. Watch.
From posting their pictures
Just watch.
with their abs out.
I'm telling you.
No, you're not answering the question because there's no answer to that.
Because we're going to do this in a way where you'll be able to understand. Because
okay, I'm going to understand your answer. Go.
Yeah.
Yo, I swear to God, Myron is, dude, he is impregnable. Like, dude, Myron Gaines is a pillar. Like, dude, he is not, I mean, it is absolutely incredible. Like, she is just all demonstrative, and Myron's just sits there with his hands folded, and look, we're gonna do this in a way that you can understand. Dude, she cannot break him, and this is why her panties are wet.
So are men and women the same?
Answer the question.
No, are men and women the same?
See, there it is. She's trying to get him in her frame. She says, answer my question. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to answer your question because it's my podcast.
I asked it first.
No, this is...
I asked it first. It's not the way it works, honey.
That's not how this works.
Okay.
That's literally what I just said.
You're on my platform.
Okay.
There it is. There it is. There it is. You're on my platform. I asked the questions, not you.
You're saying men and women the same.
Uh-oh.
I'm simply asking you a question so you can come to a
different.
deductive conclusion
They're
here.
Two different.
They're different, correct?
ACP's about to step in.
So do we play
Dude,
by the
look
same
at this girl. Look at her playing with
rules
her
in
hair.
life?
Oh my God. Look at this. Oh my God. Dude, look at this. Hang on a second. I'm going to turn the sound all the way down, and I want you guys to watch this. You can tell a lot. You can tell a lot. You can see body language much more clearly when you turn the sound down. So just watch Adriana, watch. Look, she starts playing with her hair, showing her neck. Myron is holding frame. Look at her smiling. Dude, look, she can't help herself. Look. She cannot, and listen, she's like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. Dude, she cannot break him, and this is why she wants him. She hates that she hates that she loves this. She hates it. She's like, God damn it. Why do I want to have this guy's kids? I'm not supposed to want to do that.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question about this abs and everything because, you know, when it comes to were you a fitness professional? Do you do this for...
Where are you going?
Probably to the bathroom.
Oh.
Are you...
Yeah, she bit her lower lip.
Are you a fitness professional?
Yes.
So...
Dre Raven says she wants Myron to turn her into a human pretzel.
And when you're referring to guys...
Oh, see, now what Orange is going to do here, is she's going to try to say, well, if you're a fitness professional and you're posting abs and blah, 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 doesn't that help you get clients? Well, if you're allowed to post abs to get clients, well, shouldn't she be able to post bikini pics to get customers too?
Is it post these 6-pack pictures? You think like there's a difference between someone who's doing it because they're
Malik says, I can't break him, so I want him to break me. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Professional in the fitness industry, and also in the bikini. Like if a girl's putting like pictures out that's like I'm fit, but they're in the business of fitness.
Here we go.
Would that be? And I want to hear your response too. Would that be sexualizing because it's industry specific to their business and they're using that platform?
Listen, that remains to be seen. But here's one thing I know to be true: Ariana is not here for the fitness content. No. Ariana is about getting flown out to Dubai, Vegas, getting butt fucked to get pictures on a yacht. She's not about fitness.
For business, or you mean just people who are very obviously doing these pictures that are like sexual, but like
Simply
could
put,
be wearing the same thing.
A man that shows pictures of himself on the internet is not the same as a woman that puts pictures of herself on the internet.
Keep that
when
frame,
a woman
baby.
sexualizes herself on the internet, certain doors open that would never open for a man, said the same types of pictures were put out for him. Men and women don't play by the same set of rules in the world. We're very different. You can call that sexist or whatever it is. It's the reality. It's not fair that I can't get into a club for free. It's not fair that men don't donate money to me just based on the way that I look. It's not fair that I can make $10,000 a month on OnlyFans selling feet pictures. But that's the reality. Women have certain privileges and accesses that men don't. It is what it is. I'm not here to complain about it. But what I am here to say is that women have serious contention and issues when sexism doesn't favor them. But they're okay with sexism when it does favor them. Getting into clubs for free, getting all the benefits of being an attractive young woman. One of the things that women have a serious issue with is they think we play by the same set of rules when it comes to dating and sex. And
Okay, so what Myron just did is the same thing that Kevin Samuels did with the Silver Sable. The Silver Sable was like, it's not fair, blah, 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 blah. Women only think that it isn't fair when they don't benefit. They only think, they only claim unfairness if they don't benefit. That's all there is to it. Watch and listen.
One of the things I kept hearing is the notion of fairness. Why is that so important to you?
I hate to admit it, but I do. Like, I'm half a man. I'm just a pretty girl. And I don't think that I should have to accept less in life because I was born with different equipment. I think that's bull.
I'm a female. Hear me roar.
Well, if you're half a man, then you should understand this full concept that men don't care about fair.
I don't have to care about fair either.
No. Men don't care about fair, or else we wouldn't conquer other people. Men don't care about fair. We conquer. It's winners and losers.
I didn't know that only men were part of conquering.
Well, name me some great female warriors that have dominated the planet.
Well, I mean, I'm learning new education here, which is only men conquer.
No.
I mean, that's what you're telling me, right?
No. Well, see, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to switch that. I'm asking about fairness. And I said about fairness. Why is fairness so important? You said because you're half a man.
Because if you expect something of me, I should be allowed to expect the same of you. And if you can't offer me that, you don't deserve to be in my life.
But that has nothing to do with fairness.
It has everything to do with fairness.
No, fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome. Oh my God. You get an interview, not guaranteed a job.
No, you're not. But I work very, very hard to ensure that I keep it.
I rebuke.
Well, if that's the case, you should. If that's the case,
right?
If that's the case, then if that's the case, you should be able to secure the things you want. So you should have no problem. Hard work gets you a ticket to the dance. It doesn't guarantee you the top spot. How many? Who lost the Super Bowl, guys?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Can you say they worked hard this year?
Very hard.
Number 2. Men don't worry about fairness. We worry about winning.
I also don't care about those things.
But so you only care about fairness when it doesn't benefit you. Well, see, the thing is, ma'am, see what you've proven, like many feminists and many women, you're okay with the double standards that benefit you. But the ones you don't like, you just throw at the wind, you use sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right to deflect and dismiss guys who are normally intimidated by this thing. I'm not. I'm just challenging your position. You're okay with it not being fair when it benefits you.
You're oversimplifying a very complex situation.
No, it's not really complex. There are no such thing as loyal. The concept of a loyal, highly effective, competitive alpha is a female notion.
I built my own world. So
no, ma'am, you use the world we built. No, ma'am, you use the world men built. You like the rules that benefit you, getting into the club for free, but you don't like the rules that benefit men. High value men have the leverage.
You because I'm 31 years old and I'm getting a little fed up of these men kind of attacking me.
Danger zone!
I do not go to clubs anymore. So please stop with your double standard bullshit. I work in a man's world, and if anything, I've had to work
5 times as hard in this world as a man to get where I am.
I've had to put up at 31 years old and deal with men's bullshit.
You live in a first world country. You're in Miami, one of the most posh places on the planet, complaining about double standards that you participate in. The nerve. What effort are women putting in today? Women still want men to move in a traditional way, but yet you're not traditional women.
Is there a crickets button?
I said, is there a crickets button? That was a legendary. That was legendary. We had no idea what it would, what that would become. Man, that was insane. That was absolutely insane. Jason Moreno, $5 says, no, bro. She was asking Myron if Myron wanted a girl with a BBL. Okay. Technological Chaos, $5 says she may have brought the BBL comment just to sneak diss the marriage. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Haha, no. With the $5 super chat says we can figure out if she's had butt surgery by looking through her IG, but of course she isn't specializing herself, can't make this stuff up, right? Karn, $5 says, haha, you should get an overlay for when it's muted, like a body language scope. You know something, man? That is a fantastic idea. Wow. I would never have ever thought of that. That's incredible. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Wow. Jonathan Gale, $20 says the girl next to Myron had boob reduction surgery. It's in her YouTube video. Oof. Boy, oh boy. I bet she did, man. I bet she did. Yeah, Black Wolf Inc. says that was the night it all started. Yeah, man. That was crazy. RPAP on the Sharpe Stream side says, didn't DS say last night that she was older than 31? Oh, yeah, she is definitely, she is way past 31 years old. Let's continue.
Don't at all. A man that can have sex with a lot of women is not the same as a woman that has sex with a lot of men. A man that has sex with a lot of women brings value. A woman that has sex with a lot of men loses her value. It's just the way it is.
I think that's wrong. A second. Are you serious?
Yes.
No, you're actually kidding.
I love how just stone face. She's like, are you serious? He's like, yes. This is great.
That's wrong. So you can have more sex with however many.
Look at Myron. Dude, Myron is. This is awesome, dude. This is the best. This is the best moment of the podcast. She says, "Oh my God, are you serious?" Yes. He didn't even break stride. Watch.
Her value. It's just the way it is.
This.
I think that's wrong. A second. Are you serious?
Yes.
No.
Doesn't even look. He's like, yes, very serious.
You're actually kidding.
I think that's wrong.
So you can have more sex with however many fucking women you want.
Dude, the look on Myron's face. You know what the look on Myron's face is? Bitch, I can do this all night. I can do this all night.
Want?
Yes.
But what's the difference? Can't.
No.
But why do you find actually kidding me right now? But why do you
I'm
find
very
it?
serious.
Why?
Yo, Myron hasn't changed his vocal tone, hasn't changed his octave, hasn't changed his volume. Like literally, he's there with his hands folded. Yes. Yes. No. Yes, I'm very serious. Doesn't even look at him. This is insane. I love the frame he shows here, man.
No. Why are you so confident on this answer?
Because he knows he's right, sweetheart. Look how turned on she is.
I'm very serious.
But why are you so serious about this answer?
Okay, if I was to break it down
to me so I can understand.
No, well, are you listening, or are you going to just like listen to respond? Are you actually listening to understand versus listening to respond? Because you guys are just listening to respond at this point.
That's your opinion.
Can I say something?
It's not an opinion.
I want to hear him.
You guys don't let me finish my statement,
go.
which clearly shows that you guys are waiting to get triggered and respond.
Go.
It's a triggering concept.
Let him go.
Right there.
Give me the super chat.
He's like that right there. See that? There it is. See? Like he's like, dude, my point exactly.
I'm gonna read the super chats real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So name changer 7, $50. I'm giving you another 50 for having to listen to Agent.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you, man. Dude, Shano says she likes the way you are so confident. Dude, like, the more pissed off she gets, the more turned on she gets. Dude, guys, you can't make this stuff up, man. We have been telling you guys this stuff for years. We've been telling you guys this stuff for years, man. This is why the Fresh and Fit podcast is probably going to hit 1 million subscribers before the end of this year. Because you are seeing what we have been telling you guys for the last decade and a half, man.
Girl giving her opinion. I don't know if there was an answer in there, but my hair's falling out, and I'm sorry for Fresh Fit for having to do this show. Goddamn, that is what it is, guys. Let's see here.
50 and up.
50 and up. Okay, Barbie V got out the building. You feel me? Bless her heart. She gave it her all. You feel me? Glad we can move on to a more productive show.
You feel me?
Yep. Cool. Haven't dropped the super chat in a bit, but for the girl in the white top, I can't just sit by and say nothing. I see innocence in her. You just gave your value to the wrong guy. Don't let that jade you, and let a player ruin it for you. Preserve value. Okay. Well, there's more to the story, my friend.
Fair enough.
Shout out to the. I'm sorry.
Nothing. Continue speaking.
Did you say shut the fuck up?
No.
It was a joke.
Okay. Please don't disrespect me on my platform.
100%.
I haven't sworn at you or told you to do anything.
Now, this is where she gets really petulant. So Myron is being very, very serious. She's being very serious. Or he's being very serious. See, so what the other bitch has done, now she has stooped to the level of just acting like a child. Right? Now, see, again, Adriana started out shit testing, then she escalated to disrespect, and now she's back to shit testing. Right? The other bitch, she stays on that disrespective track. She's been quiet for a while. But now all of a sudden, she said shut the fuck up. Like, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like, real talk, dude.
And that's,
I have so much
extremely
respect for you.
disrespectful.
And
See, I have so much respect for you. Dude, oh my God. You can read the obvious sarcasm and condescension in her voice. But here's the thing. She does respect him. She might not like him, but she does respect him. She wants us to think that she doesn't respect him. That's why she's being, I respect you. Yeah, you really do.
all your opinions.
Is that sarcasm?
Is that, yeah.
No. 100%. I'm serious. It was a joke, for real. You guys can take a joke on a podcast.
It's not about that. It's that.
Don't do it again.
Yeah, don't do that again.
All right, I'm so sorry.
That's extremely disrespectful to us and the platform.
Mhm.
That's your last warning. Okay.
Good. I'm glad he put that. That's your last warning, chick.
CK, $50. There's a reason that Islamic and Hindu cultures have the best marriage rates. It's because the traditionalism is preserved on both the gender sides. This result in long-term marriages. Even Hindus and Muslims in America have the least divorce. Okay, Tima Peterson, this combat.
Geeky Anomaly says, did Myron smoke a joint before this podcast? Listen, I know he doesn't do any kind of drugs, but goddamn, it would not surprise me if he did.
That behavior will not land you a ring on your finger. Especially a high-value man with options.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Chris,
coming from
Chris,
a woman.
There's one more.
Tima Peterson.
Zach Drago.
No, you are incorrect, Black Shirt. You don't use actual data to support your opinions. Myron uses facts based on research predominantly from biology and evolution. Social constructs will never pull humans more than their biology. Cut her mic. No, man, shit, we gotta give her a voice, man. Let her hear what she has to say. Let's hear. Jabrizi, $50. Proof power corrupts. Thank you, man. Marco Reaper, you should Frank Castle all 4 of these useless human beings. Nah, man, I ain't gonna do that.
No.
Dylan is cool. Women's instant validation killed the traditional male.
Oof.
Yeah, chivalry is dead and women killed it, man. I agree.
Sean O makes a very good point. He said she was actually scared at this point. Right? Her condescension was actually fear. She knew she fucked up. Yeah. You better believe it. You better believe it. This bitch she respects Myron. I respect you so much. That's almost like her defense mechanism. She knew she fucked up because Myron glared at her and says, bitch, don't disrespect me on my platform. No man has ever addressed these women like this. They have no idea what to do. They have no idea why their vaginas are wet. No idea. No idea.
I'm honestly speechless. The 2 females on the left, I truly pray for. Literally being given the answers to the exam, but telling the professor he is wrong. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Huge respect for the patients of Fresh and Fit. And that's from Alauzen Ba. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alusen.
Geek Anomaly says orange is cool. Yeah, of course she is. She's 40 plus years old. She's 40 plus years old. Of course she is. Right? Dude, I mean, guess what? This 40-year-old woman is still unmarried and not in a relationship. You don't think You don't think that she was similar to these girls? Like, this is the way girls are when they're young. Then they get all used up, and then all of a sudden they become wise and introspective like the girl in the orange. And listen, no shade on the girl in the orange, but the reason why she has so much wisdom is because she is looking at herself 20 years ago. Like, she's like, dude, honestly, like, she's looking at herself 20 years ago.
Cool. At Mathematical, do these women realize how masculine they are? Shout out to Fresh and Fit for saying what I cannot publicly say.
Yeah.
Ayotic, sorry about my name so much. I want to say, number one, remember the other day we thought there's no girls worse than redhead? And number two, the one time Marin chose to control his anger, pure disrespect from these two girls on Marin's left. Can't make this shit up.
Do you see that? Did you hear that? The one time a man chose to check his anger. Disrespect. You see that? Myron stayed cool, calm, collected, stayed in his masculine held frame. And what did he get? Condescension and disrespect. This is exactly why I said at the top of this broadcast that the girl in the white, in order to get her in line, she's going to have to be D'Suva, spelled backwards. Real talk. Real talk. You have to, listen, you have to Isuba this girl to get her to put her back in line. This is just how she is, man.
Okay, so
LP says the girl in the orange did admit she was in the street when she was younger. Of course, that's why she's single at 40.
Going back to my comment as to why a woman, men and women are different, and we look at sex differently, and why a man can have sex with a lot of women and a woman can't necessarily have sex with a lot of men, is if I'm going to boil it down to two sentences, it's this: a key that opens many locks is a master key. A lock that opens any key is a shitty lock.
Uh-oh. Dude, look at the way she's looking at him. Like, dude, this girl is longing for Myron Gaines. She is longing for Myron Gaines. Guys, this is what happens when you do not play into a woman's bullshit. This is what happens when you maintain frame. This is what happens when you stand 10 toes down on your belief system. This is what happens. Girls are going to try to hit you with everything they've got. They're going to try to insult you. They're going to try to disrespect you. Myron didn't crack not one time. He told the bitch in the white, bitch, check yourself. And you guys in the comments on the Sharpe stream side said he checked her and she was cool from there. That's no surprise. But now this woman is looking at him. Dude, she is longingly looking at him. Is she wearing hoops? Uh-oh. Nah, couldn't be. Couldn't be, right? Like, do you guys think that, I don't even remember her fucking name. What's her goddamn name? Do you guys think Adriana, which is a beautiful fucking name, do you guys think Adriana is a, Let me know in the chat.
Simple as that. Men and women are extremely different, and the way we view sex and relationships is very different. Men must create their value, whereas women are born with their value.
Okay. So you create your value by fucking multiple women.
Oh, see,
as many as possible.
See, there we go. So you create your value by fucking a bunch. See, again, literally, that is not what he said. But of course, she's going to try to put words in his mouth.
No.
Because we obviously create our value by not fucking
No, you're born with your value. Preserve it by not fucking.
women, right? That's what you're saying. That's like
two different scenarios here. Okay. For men, we bring value to the table so that eventually we get access to girls.
You see, what Fresh should have said is that men have to build value. Women simply have to preserve it. That's it.
You just show up and men want you. It's two different things.
That's not true.
That's not true. Are you kidding? See, she's just disagreeing just to be disagreeable at this point.
That was true again 50, 100 years ago.
Okay.
So that's not true anymore.
Here's the thing, ladies. You said you get value from fucking women. No. You get value from creating value, and then a byproduct of that is women like you. You understand? So guys that are higher status and everything else like that, their reputation typically precedes them, and a byproduct of their success and their stature is that women come to them.
This is so funny. These girls know that what Myron is saying is 100% true. They inherently know this. They know that what he's saying is true. But you know how women are. They got to stay on code. The sisterhood, uber Alice. They can't let, they can't be caught on camera admitting their true nature. Otherwise, they would have to be accountable for their bad decisions.
For example, let's use a musician like Drake, right? He's made great music, right? He's excelled in his career. He's gained public notoriety globally at this point. And a byproduct of that success is women want to have sex with him. Men create value, and then women...
Did y'all just see that?
Notoriety globally at this point. And a byproduct of that success is women want to have sex with him.
Rolo Tomasi says Myron is smashing the girl on his left. Be careful, Myron. Be very, very careful. You got to watch out. Listen, you got to watch out for girls like that. Girls like this.
Men create value, and then women come in and extract that said value from that man. That's just the way it is. It's been that way since the beginning of time.
That's right.
Okay? Women are born with value and must preserve their value. There's a reason why a woman walks down the aisle wearing a white dress to signify virginity and purity, and a man commits to her and gives her long-term relationship and security. It's just the way it is. Women value security.
Where is the lie?
Men value purity. We value two different things, and we don't play by the same set of rules. Therefore, a man that can have sex with a lot of women is not the same as a woman that has sex with a lot of men.
Okay. So you think women should maintain their virginity for as
I
long
never
as
said
possible?
that. I'm simply telling
Because
you.
that will be the ultimate, most pure woman, correct?
And again, she's being condescending. Red Pill Oni says, and the winter's still coming. Good luck.
A virgin woman.
What I'll simply say
child.
is that a woman that is a virgin is going to have more relationship market value.
That's right.
To a larger percentage of men than a woman that has a past.
But why is that attractive to you?
To me or to men?
It's a primitive thing. So
oh, here we go.
Like, you can see this across many species, but especially like primitively, even people before women. So this is the value that women bring is bearing children, right? Like every species, your goal is to reproduce, is to like make sure that your genes carry on. And then what men...
Technological Chaos, $5 says, she says that's not true. When 20, 30 minutes back, she says, there's opinion only, no such thing as truth. Double speak as usual.
Yep.
Bring a security. So while you're like in 9 months, you're like pregnant, right? That
You see how Myron is shut the fuck up?
Species, that male species responsibility is to like make sure that there's a habitat, there's like a home to settle in, that they're bringing in food while you physically can't go and fend for yourself and get food for that child. So that is why men are...
Notice how quiet the women are now. Notice how quiet they are now.
Are like seen as more valuable when they have more mates, because for them, their success is measured in how many offspring they...
Yeah, Devin. Devin pointed out something on the YouTube side. I caught that, but I decided not to address that. But yes, this is what women do.
They can produce, right? So for like, and this could be any species. It could be a bird. It could be a worm. Like their measure of success is how many offspring they can have. And they can have that. They can
see this
literally inseminate a woman today, inseminate another woman tomorrow.
Actually, we can inseminate 2 or 3 women today.
They can have 50 children, whereas a woman has to wait 9 months. And that's why women are more selective, because you have to be pregnant for 9 months.
What she is saying, and I'll let her finish. What she is saying, that the reason why women are more selective on the sexual marketplace is because they have more at stake when they have sex. There's more at stake. If a woman has sex, she could become pregnant. And if she becomes pregnant, she is literally off the market for 9 months. Her body goes through a bunch of changes. She gets stretch marks. She's growing a human being. That is a tremendous investment. To be carrying around a baby human in your belly for 9 months. It takes tremendous sacrifice. It completely transforms your life, transforms your body, all that good stuff. This is why women are more selective than men. Men, we're not as selective as women, because we blow our load and we're off to the races. We're off to the races.
To make sure that the genes that you're carrying and that the man that you are choosing to have their child is going to make sure that that one child, because you can't have another child until another 9 months, is like well off. It's a primitive thing. I'm not saying that we should like, we're obviously a lot more advanced than
Myron, look at Myron smiling.
primitive like start, but that is like where it all stems from. So yeah, I get it. It's biology. It like it's ingrained in you to want to find somebody that can provide for you, because you know that your best chance of like bringing your genes forward is not going to happen for another 9 months. Like you can't get pregnant for even longer than that, probably like 10 or 12 months after that. It's
God damn, Marco. The chat love that was fucking amazing. The chat's like, yo,
that was accurate. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, it's simply put, guys, it's biology. Like, men have a...
John G, welcome to Chat Privileges. Welcome to Chat Privileges. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Let's keep up the good work. Absolutely. At John G, to congratulate him and welcome him to the family. John, if you would, put your age and location in the chat. You never know who could be around you to maybe link up.
Serious. We have
Crimson Eclipse says, notice how quiet the women are when she's speaking versus constantly interrupting Myron at every turn. Yes, exactly.
a stake in ensuring the child is ours. So if it's a defense mechanism, just like you want a guy that's tall and makes money and can provide you security.
Right.
A man wants a woman that doesn't have a past, that's going to, how do I say this, not have his kid and have another
There you go. Paternity. That's what that is. That's the biological imperative.
man's kid and cheat on him.
Yeah.
A woman's biggest fear is being violated. I would say raped, right, to keep us safe on YouTube.
E-pard.
A man's biggest fear is finding out the child isn't his after he's been providing resources and security to it.
Yeah.
The thing is that no one cares about what
This
men
is
want.
funny. Crickets now. They're not interrupting him anymore, are they?
Really, and that's why when I talk to you guys about this, instead of listening, you're having this reaction, this adverse reaction to it, because no one tells the truth to women about this is what men want.
Yeah, long story short, men don't want to wife a hoe. And hoes might have kids for different dudes. We don't want that.
There's a reason why since the beginning of time women have been
He says, look, bottom line, men ain't trying to wife up a hoe.
shamed sexually. It's because there's serious negative consequences when a woman has a promiscuous
You
past.
guys have been hurt.
Yes.
You guys have there it is.
Let's be real.
You guys
As
have been
Doja
hurt.
Cat, said herself.
But I don't think that it's like a
Men-
You guys have been hurt. Now, I want you guys to listen. I want you guys to listen to this and listen good, because, and I would never ever advocate for any man to debate a woman with this kind of stuff, right? You can have little discussions about it, but when it really when it really gets down to it, sometimes you'll get into, not necessarily debates, you will get into conversations about relationships. And invariably, you're going to come across the battle cry for a feminist or a woman who doesn't understand, or for a woman who wants you to think that she doesn't understand her true nature. And that is who hurt you. And I'm going to tell you how to respond to this. Now, first off, there are a few reasons why women like to ask us this stuff. Okay? Right? And keep in mind, this is a rhetorical question. They don't really want the answer. Okay? Who hurt you? It's kind of a wannabe mic drop. And she actually did it. You guys have been hurt. Right? They treat it like the big joker. They think that as soon as they ask who hurt you or say you've been hurt, they think they've won the argument. But getting back to the reasons women ask this disingenuous question in bad faith, there are three main reasons. Okay? The first reason women ask who hurt you is because they don't know, they know they don't have an answer to what you're saying. They know that what you said, what you posted, tweeted, live streamed is 649% true. But as we all know, women will never acknowledge immutable truths about themselves if it puts them in a bad light. Listen, guys, we all know that today's women avoid accountability like the plague, case in point. But they are deathly allergic to anything that makes them look bad. So when any given woman hears a guy like me or Myron say, hey, most women don't break up with their boyfriends until they've started seeing someone else first, they go into damage control mode and deny it vehemently, knowing full well that she herself has someone waiting in the wings in her current relationships. Guys, fuck it. There's no other way to say this. Guys, women are professional liars, okay? They're professional liars. They're professional cheaters. They're professional public relations managers, okay? They're their own best client. This is why they go absolutely mental anytime someone suggests that they aren't these amazing, beautiful, spectacular, special beings completely above reproach. Now, the second reason, this is sort of a go-to shaming tactic that women like to use, is to disqualify you as an authority, to disqualify you as someone who has no idea what he's talking about. When women ask who hurt you in this context, they indirectly want you to believe that they believe that if you have failed with one woman, then you are automatically barred from giving anyone advice about dealing with women. Now, interestingly enough, they never use this standard to anything. They never use the standard for anything else. For example, and I've used this example before, Stephen Curry, he has missed a lot of shots in his career. In fact, he has missed most of the shots he's taken in his NBA career. So if Stephen Curry were doing a video or a tutorial on how to shoot, would women say, okay, you're in the NBA, but how many shots have you missed? Well, of course not. Why? Because he is the greatest shooter in NBA history. And to become the greatest shooter in NBA history that he is today, he had to hone his craft. He had to practice. He had to take a lot of shots, which means what? He had to miss a lot of shots. And even women would acknowledge that it would be silly to base their opinion of Stephen Curry based solely on his missed shots. So when they say who hurt you, they're telling Stephen Curry essentially he's not a very good shooter because he's missed a lot more shots than he's taken he's missed a lot more shots than he's made during his life. As ridiculous as that sounds, this is what they're telling us, guys. They're telling us that we as men, we're not qualified to speak about how to handle women because we've failed with a lot more women than we've had success with. Obviously, they know this is all they know this is all BS, guys. Okay? Because even they understand that getting good at anything requires practice and repetition. Right? They understand that. They understand that getting good at anything requires practice and repetition. They know that with practice and repetition comes what? Failure. And with failure comes adjustments, and eventually success is achieved. Pointing to someone's failures as a response to their success, that's about as dumb as nailing Jello to a tree, or trying to. Now, the third reason women use the who hurt you tactic, that's actually tied to the second reason, right? Yes, women love to point out our failures with women, right? As sort of a way to disqualify us as experts. But they also like to point out our failures with women to simply just point and laugh at us, to highlight the fact that we have endured emotional pain at the hands of a woman, okay? They're pointing the finger at us and saying, ha-ha, you got played, ha-ha, you got your heart broken. I used to get people in my TikTok comments all the time telling me, you're still not over your breakup with Amy. Or Tatiana played you like a fiddle, or Victoria cheated on you with your ex-boyfriend and you're still salty about it. All they're doing here, guys, is pointing out that something bad happened to me and laughing at me about it, okay? Now, they ask who hurt you in this context to humanize you, okay? They do this to take you down a peg, to let everyone know that you've cried about a woman or that you've made a fool out of yourself because of a woman or a woman made you look bad. And the reason they do that is because, and again, listen, this is why these women did that. The reason they do it is because they respect the authority with which you speak, and it scares them. Dude, you saw Adriana. She's like, how can you speak with such confidence? Like she has never seen this kind of confidence and steadfastness before. Oh, that's right. You must be hurt. You are so rock solid and precise with your talking points that women subconsciously think, uh-oh, this guy is pretty convincing. I mean, I know he's telling the truth, but most red pill guys are dorks and incels. But this dude is well put together. He speaks well. His thoughts are organized, and he is describing the kinds of things I'm sort of doing right now, kind of to the letter. I need to make him look stupid by letting everyone know that he's not Mr. Perfect and that he's been humiliated by women before. Guys, that entire subconscious pattern manifests itself through the words, "who hurt you?" And when spoken in this context, women are not only co-signing what you're saying, they're also telling you that they admire and may even be turned on by you. It's almost like an indirect, purposeless shit test, right? So normally, when you start talking to a girl and she starts to feel herself becoming attracted to you, it is in her programming to test you to make sure that you are the person you present yourself to be, okay? So when a woman asks, "who hurt you?" she's doing almost the same thing. She's not really asking this to throw you off, right? She thinks she is, but she's not. No, what she's really doing is testing you. She is testing you to see if you see through this disingenuous rhetorical question that is asked in bad faith 100 out of 100 times. Because if you can, it literally verifies your sexual market value. Case in point, on that Silver Sable podcast, Silver Sable asked Myron Gaines, "who hurt you?" She asked him that. Myron showed her that he understood why she asked the question. That turned her on, and they may or may not have smashed. So those are the three most common reasons, in my opinion, that women use the "who hurt you," the "who hurt you" shaming tactic. But here's where it really hits the fan, okay? The "who hurt you" question is extremely fraudulent. And I'm going to tell you why. Listen very closely here, guys, because I don't think anybody's ever heard this before. The first reason is that women, when they ask "who hurt you," they're snowflaking when they ask "who hurt you," okay? And listen closely. By asking you this question, "who hurt you?" what women are doing is they are insinuating that there is only one female in existence capable of lying, cheating, and engaging in terrible behavior as a significant other. OMG, who was the one woman who committed these unspeakable crimes that I have never even come close to thinking about? I mean, I read about these kinds of women, and I see them on TV, but I've never actually met one in real life. But you actually had a relationship with her? Tell me about her. Did she act the way she's portrayed in the legendary Lost Scrolls of the 1% of women who are terrible to men? These women act like they think nefarious, deceitful, and unfaithful women are as rare as Bigfoot. That's the first element. The second element, like I said earlier, is a direct insult to you. Not only did you go against a centuries-old advice to disobey the wisdom of the Lost Scrolls, to stay away from these rare creatures that have only been photographed from afar, you were dumb enough to actually get into a relationship with her. You are so stupid that you committed to the only nefarious, deceitful woman who has ever existed in the history of time. Guys, this is bullshit. We know it, and they know it. Women know damn well how they operate. They know how they monkey branch. They know how they cheat. They know how they lie. They know they make terrible wives, mothers, and girlfriends. But they want you to think that they want us to think that they're aware of their own true nature. Now, the second reason this counter argument is a fucking fugazi is that women act like it's one relationship with one woman that shaped our views in terms of how we see relationships, as if to imply that all it took was one relationship with the only terrible woman who ever lived to come to the conclusions we've come to. Right? Dude, women are acting like we all just decided to just get together and make up stories about women. They're acting like we all woke up one day and said, you know what? Hey, let's completely detonate the dating market by making up stories about how terrible women are. We'll make up stories about their lies. We'll come up with juicy stories about how they cheat. We can create an entire smear campaign to make them look bad. That's how they act, gentlemen. That's how they act. But the truth is, millions of men have had the same experience with millions of women millions of times. No man has ever formulated an opinion on relationships after just one relationship. When the same things continue to happen to him, he rightfully concludes that women behave in a particular way in relationships. And if he goes through this enough time, eventually he starts to ask himself, am I the only one who's gone through this? Am I the only guy whose girlfriend cheated on me with her boss? Am I the only guy who acted like I was cool with her texting her ex, only to find out she was still fucking him? Am I the only guy whose wife had another man's child while married to me? Am I the only guy whose wife took him to the cleaners in divorce court? Am I the only guy who got dumped by his girlfriend a week before spring break? Am I the only guy who got his girlfriend stolen by his personal trainer? Am I the only husband who ignored my wife's late night texting? Am I the only guy who found out his girlfriend was cheating on him 2 weeks after she told me I was husband material? After he asks himself, he asks the internet. And the internet clearly tells him, no, you most certainly are not the only guy who has gone through this. Women love to play dumb, don't they? Right? They love to give the impression that they are unaware of their own thoughts, actions, and motivations. They love to play dumb when their friends ask them, you know, he wants to sleep with you, right? And they say, how dare you imply such things? I'll have you know that Mark's intentions are as pure as my chastity. Who hurt you is quite simply another shaming tactic and a long line of deflection techniques designed to make us think that they have won the argument. But men here know that that is the opposite. The phrase, who hurt you, or who hurt you, okay, that is womanese for you are right about me and every woman I know. But I can't acknowledge that you are right. Otherwise, I would have to pretend to be different. Ladies, honestly, come up with something other than who hurt you. That shit is played out, and it's only being used by those who know they've lost the argument. Let's continue.
And ain't shit all up in your fridge. Can't pay rent. And that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
So,
y'all talking about providing.
See, you see that? She's just acting like a kid now. Man ain't shit. Can't pay the rent. Nah, 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 nah. Honestly, man. Honestly, I'll bet you if Myron said you're grounded, she'd probably go and stand in the corner. Real talk. Real talk.
What's you don't provide shit, but your dick.
So do you guys see how we got open misandry right now on the air and saying men ain't shit, whatever? All we've done is presented facts as to why women
are hoes. As soon as they post,
see, now she's just being. I think she's trying to get kicked off now.
the bikini picture is what you're trying to provide.
No one said that.
No one said that.
You said that.
No one said that.
See,
We simply said if you
explicitly.
over-sexualize yourself.
When did we say that?
Men don't want hoes, and you're a hoe if you over-sexualize yourself.
Dude, Myron did not say that.
Say that.
And you over-sexualize.
Jimmy J with the $2 says, of course you can get that work, but she's not wifey. Totally agree. Totally agree.
Over-sexualize yourself if you post a bikini picture. Therefore, that's what you're saying.
No, that's not what they're saying. Nobody ever said that.
No, I said if a woman posts pictures of herself, sexualizing herself, men aren't going to take her seriously.
And they don't want her.
Putting bikini pictures on the internet is sexualizing yourself.
Tomato.
It is sexualizing yourself.
Potato.
Tomato.
Same exact thing you're trying to say, man.
Dude, she loves this. Dude, you know what? Honestly, at this point, the girl in the white is just being disrespectful because she's ready to go. But the girl in the black loves the vagina buzz that she gets. She loves that vagina buzz she gets when she throws something at him and he just swats it away. She loves it. She's never experienced this ever. She's like, dude, I can, and she has no idea. She's like, dude, I cannot get enough of this. I want some more.
My man.
John G says, old school Myron would have kicked them out a long time ago. And this, you're right. But this is the evolution. This is the evolution of Myron Gaines, man. Listen, man, I had to evolve to stay relevant, right? Myron knew that he got to a point, he's like, dude, I can't be Frank Castling these chicks if they cross me one time. But he's given these girls chance after chance after chance, and he has stayed completely cool.
Sorry to leave.
Not at all, because there's a big difference between coming to a conclusion saying you're a hoe for
look at the
posting
way
pictures
she's
of
looking at him. Oh my God,
yourself.
Look at the way she's looking at this dude. She's like, this motherfucker. This dude is unshakable.
Versus if you post pictures of yourself sexualizing, men aren't going to take you seriously for marriage. Those are two completely different concepts. You're not going to come on here and switch the wording around to try to fit your agenda or what you're feeling in your head.
You're switching my words around.
No. You literally just said
You're
that I came to a conclusion saying sexualizing yourself makes you a hoe. No, I simply said you can sexualize yourself, but there's consequences
You
to
said
it.
that.
And women are not going to take you. Men are not going to take you seriously for marriage.
He just said 2 seconds ago
men don't want hoes.
Okay.
That's true.
And what is a hoe? A woman that sexualizes herself.
No one said that.
No one said that.
So what is a hoe to you? Since that's what you're saying.
I
Since
said
that's the point
women-
you're both getting to.
No.
Because you guys are direct
She was saying,
guiding this entire
right,
podcast, right?
why men want to have a girl that's going to be there for 9 months and not go around and sleep with other guys.
A pure woman.
Because they want to
still
know.
leave the girl
Primitive
though.
sexuality.
Guys still leave the girl no matter how much. Like
No matter how good the girl is.
Guys,
See, there we go. See? They have overvalued themselves. Well, listen, yeah, okay, we can be hoes and this and that, but guys still need the girl, right? You see that? This is the see, guys, what you guys have to understand, is, and I know that we can all talk shit about these girls, okay? But one thing that they said a long time ago is actually correct. It's not correct in the way they thought it was, right? Because they said, well, listen, the only reason why we sexualize ourselves is because men make us do that. No, they're wrong about that. They sexualize themselves of their own free will and volition. They do that of their own accord, right? But what they are right about is that the petulance, the absolute irreverence, the disrespect, guys, guess what? That's the man's fault, y'all. The reason, listen, these girls are the manifestation of thirst. They're the manifestation of thirst. Dude, both of these girls are highly, highly attractive, and they act like spoiled fucking brats. They act like spoiled fucking brats. They're crass. They're not feminine. How can we blame them for that if nobody is checking them? Like, nobody's ever checked these women. These women get validation regardless of how they act. So how can we expect them to stay in pocket when no one has ever checked them before in their lives? Right? This isn't to absolve them of their shitty behavior. But fellas, if guys weren't so thirsty and blowing sunshine up their ass 24/7, they wouldn't be this bitchy. Those are the facts.
still leave the girl. That's why there's so many
100%.
single women.
See?
Like it doesn't even matter. Like
Single woman. Yeah, she misused that.
Guys will
women
leave.
initiate 80% of breakups.
no, guys will
do you
be
know that?
hoes and do their own thing.
Where
and
did you
leave
get
the
that
woman.
statistic? Please tell me.
We actually have
Wait a minute. See, where'd you get that statistic? Okay, well, you know what? Okay, well, who initiated the breakup in your last relationship? Yeah, rest my case.
marriage data that
Yes.
7 to 8 out of 10 marriages divorces are initiated by women. Women overwhelmingly initiate breakups
Here
in
you
their
go.
statistics.
Look, you see, they're getting all, oh God, they hate that Myra, dude. This is so funny. They are getting irritated with the fact that Myra knows his shit. Dude, Myra knows his shit, and they're getting irritated by it.
To prove that.
That's not hard to
Because
believe,
they're not
though, because-
taking men's shit.
Oh,
And
No,
men,
what is
and
she-
men,
yeah, totally. Yeah, here we go. All right.
Say it.
Go ahead.
You see Myron? Look, watch. So when the white bitch comes in, Myron just looks at the screen like, hey, guys, listen, this is why we do this. You guys see? Watch.
Divorces are initiated by women. Women overwhelmingly initiate breakups in their statistics to prove that.
That's not hard to
because
believe,
they're not
though,
taking men's shit.
Watch Myron. Watch
And
it.
No,
men-
what does she
and
have to
men-
say?
See?
Say
There
it.
he is. There he is. He's like, there it is, guys. Like, dude, that gesture right there, that's Myron saying, guys, this is why we do what we do. This is why I'm losing my hair. This is why I have crazy hours to sleep. So that you guys can see that what we talk about is absolutely true. Daddy Dame, $5, says, holy shit, you broke down that, quote, who hurt you, all the way down. Bravo. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Go ahead.
That's not hard to believe though, because I feel
Uh-oh.
like in a lot of relationships, like the woman, and that, I mean, I don't know if there's a statistic to prove this, but I think women are more faithful. Like when you fall in love with somebody,
Yes.
or at least for me, if
See that? She says women are more faithful. She said yes.
I'm in love with somebody, like I don't even see anyone else. Like I'm like blind to any other guy in a room. Like I only see that one person, whereas men aren't that way, or in my experience. So
Nope.
it's not hard to believe that women initiate more divorce because a lot of women are like not willing to share their man.
There
So
you go.
if you
Well, the real reason why most divorces are initiated is financial, typically.
oh okay.
It's
Monetary.
mostly, it's not infidelity because and we've talked about on our show. If a man is high status enough and has enough money and resources, women will share him sexually.
Oh, trigger alert.
A man that cheats is not the same as a woman that cheats.
Oh boy, here we go.
I think the reason why women are more attached.
See, you can tell that they're not listening. Listen to what Myron just said.
Resources. Women will share him sexually.
Listen.
A man that cheats is not the same as a woman that cheats.
See, a man that cheats is not the same as a woman that cheats. Crickets. Why? Because they're simply not listening.
I think the reason why women are more attached than men easily is just like the literal nature of sex.
Yes.
Because when we're having sex, you guys are entering our bodies and
Yep.
our
Yes.
space.
Yep.
You know, and that's why we talk about like energy, lighting, and someone coming into your energy because they're literally coming inside of you. And whatever. As for a man, it's like you're just like you're doing it's all external.
Like taking a piss.
So
Which proves our
it's
point.
not as much like attachment or connection.
What's the point?
What was the point though?
The point is this is why a
So
man's
that is
sexuality.
why-
That is why a man's sexuality, past sexuality, is not the same as a woman's past sexuality. You literally just summed it up for me there.
There you go.
Women take sex far more seriously than men.
Look. She does
do.
kind of, you know what, Trini is right. She does look like a young Selma Hayek. You know something? I think Trini is right. I don't mean to get off topic here, guys, but she does look like, she looks very similar to Selma Hayek. She really
You
does.
proved my point.
I agree with that, but you never said that women take sex more seriously.
And that's what I'm saying. A man takes a woman's past extremely seriously.
is.
Women want a man with a future. Men want a woman that doesn't have a past.
Bingo.
That's just the way it is biologically. We can't sit here and get mad and say, well, that's sexist or that's messed up that you guys don't want to take women seriously that have a past.
Maybe it's
It
the
is
way
what
you're
it is.
wording it. Maybe
then
it's
with
the
that
way you're
being
wording it.
Oh, it's not what you say, it's how you're saying it.
Giving you objective fact. You don't have to like
it's
the way I
just the
word
way
it.
you're
I'm telling you the
wording it.
truth. I'm being direct and concise and saying
There
what
it
it
is.
is.
Ladies,
Wording can
hold on,
change
pause.
the
Ladies,
entire
ladies,
definition
hold on,
of what you're
pause.
saying.
If you will stop cutting him off, you can hear him clearly, okay? Simple as that.
Ain't nobody could
No, listen, because when the ladies to the right was talking, you were very quiet, so I know you have the capacity to actually shut up and listen to what Prana said.
ACP says, listen, you actually proved that you had the capacity to shut the fuck up and listen, so do it now.
Okay? So right now you're trolling my
This is funny, and he picked up on that. And this fucking Adriana cannot stop looking at
Myron
Myron.
because he's a guy, and so as the women talk, you guys shut the
That's
fuck
true.
up.
You guys, yeah, that's true. You guys didn't interrupt them when they were speaking, but you guys felt completely okay with
your hand
cutting us
down.
off, insulting us, disrespecting the platform. And we've been very patient with you guys. With
Frank Castle loading.
Giving our points and allowing you guys to refute it. But instead of refuting what we're saying with statistics, you're saying you guys are misogynists. You guys, not sorry, excuse me.
didn't say that.
You didn't say misogynist. You guys said, who hurt you?
Yeah.
You know,
Like if we've been hurt by girls.
yeah, you know, and then you guys are changing our words around, saying that women that sexualize themselves are hoes. We didn't say that. We simply said if you sexualize yourself, a consequence of that is men aren't going to take you seriously.
There you go.
For marriage because you're no longer a traditional woman by sexualizing yourself on the internet,
Okay.
which you guys agreed to earlier.
I apologize if I was disrespecting you guys, but this is a podcast. You guys are asking questions. I'm gonna have my opinion.
And you guys are being very
You're gonna
blunt.
have
What's
your
wrong with
opinion.
being blunt?
And I'm
What's wrong with being blunt?
Exactly. So what is wrong with us being blunt? You
But
feel me?
listen,
You've
ladies,
you've been blunt
It's
to a point
their-
where it's
No, we
disrespectful.
haven't.
Whereas we're telling you what
and
it
I'm
is.
sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
ladies.
Now see, now Adriana is keeping it real. She's like, look, she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Like she's like, hey, look, all right, listen, I know it gets a little bit I know it gets a little bit contentious, but I mean no disrespect. She's saying that, but she clearly meant disrespect. At least she's trying to come true in the end. Elijah Stallings, $5, says, y'all do the Lord's work. Man, we try, man. We really, really do. Lesencel says, I have a girlfriend. She's Venezuelan and submissive to a point. Been with her for 2 months now and have trained her out of a bunch of bad behavior she had, all by listening to you, Fresh and Fit, and Kevin Samuels. For that, I will always be grateful to you all. I love to hear success stories. Love to hear success stories from guys, man. Love that stuff. Appreciate it.
Well, once again, it's okay to have different opinions, right? We don't mind, all right? But when you're cutting him off, right? Let's have a decent conversation.
Okay.
No, see, you're doing it again.
There it is.
Thank you. Wait till I'm done. Shut the fuck up and look to the mirror. All right?
Yo, Boxer says, wait till I'm done. Now see, What ACP is doing here is ACP at this point is trying to goad them into giving him a reason to kick him the fuck out. That's what ACP is doing. He's like, hey, yo, check this out. When Myron's talking, shut the fuck up. Wait till I'm done. Shut the fuck up and let him talk. And look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. There it is. All right.
This is Chris, all right? So I can be this
shit.
way, but just, you know,
Wait.
I'm the moderator. I'm the referee, okay? Just relax.
Did he just refer to himself in the third person?
I'm on your side. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so can we do the Zion reaction? Zion Williamson?
Well, hold on. I think they had something they
they're
wanted
going
to
to
say.
react to this.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to cut you guys off.
All right, go ahead.
I'm trying to be quiet.
I literally am just saying that this is a podcast.
Oh, look at that.
We're
Look
on
how-
it.
look how,
I'm going to defend
look how
myself
respectful
as a
she's being
woman. You're
now.
going to defend yourself as a man. We're not going to agree, and we're going to disagree, whatever. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm obviously going to say what I have to say because we have a microphone. We have headphones. I kind of can say whatever I want to say. You guys can kind of say whatever you want to say. I understand this is your podcast, so we're supposed to agree with you guys. Like, I
No,
don't
just
understand.
don't cut people off when they're talking. It's simple as that. It's
Okay,
simple as
perfect.
that. It's so simple.
But okay.
So what's your? Here's the thing. I'm not going to let this go until you need to prove what we're saying is incorrect
There
or
it is.
wrong.
There it is.
There's no way, but I guess in your eyes, you're right.
What have we said that's wrong?
There we go.
You should be able to outline it very easily if what we said is wrong.
I love how Myron is just absolutely fucking relentless. Like, dude, he's like, yo, I'm not letting this shit go until you fucking tell us where the lie is. I love this. I love this.
For one, you guys have said a bunch of things about, well, that's your opinion. Men don't really think that way. My past doesn't matter. I should be able to sexualize myself with zero consequence. I should be able to post pictures of myself.
Yeah, Lorenzo Rock said femininity. Yeah, amazing, right? Oops.
And still be able to get a traditional marriage. And I'm simply telling you that your actions have consequences.
That's it.
And the consequence of that is men are not going to respect and or take you seriously if you
There it
sexualize yourself
is.
on the internet.
Okay.
Listen, both sides are completely opinions.
As a matter of fact, I would
And
argue
in
that
situation-
society won't take you seriously. There's a reason why women that are on OnlyFans lose their jobs.
We don't have OnlyFans.
Did he say they had OnlyFans? You see, they keep trying to make it about them.
It's
Am I
Oh, hold up. Hold on. Hang on a second. Wait. Hold on. Where's the picture I'm looking for? Hold up. You guys know a picture I'm looking for. Yep, there it is. There it is.
Hold on. Am I like in a bizarre world right now? I'm not talking about you guys. I need you guys to step out of the frame as if I'm talking to you. I'm talking in generalities.
And I'm defending
with
my woman.
Am I hold on.
Look how turned
Am I like in a
she
bizarre
is.
world right now?
Look at this.
I'm not talking about you guys. I need you
Look at
guys to
this.
step
Look,
out
look,
of the
look.
frame as if I'm talking.
Dude, this girl is looking at Myron like, oh my God, please take me now. Guys, I'm here to tell you, women may not like it. They may not like it when you stand 10 toes down. They may not like it when you tell them shit that they don't want to hear. But God damn it, they respect it. And respect is the number one prerequisite of attraction and subsequently love. That's what this is. Like I told you guys at the beginning, now 3 hours and 15 minutes ago, they have tried, dude, they have tried him at every turn to break him, and he will not break. He won't break. And at this point, honestly, Adriana is just, she keeps trying to jab him just to get the rush of what it's like to be in the presence of a man who doesn't acquiesce to her. She loves this, and she hates that she loves it.
Talking to you. I'm talking in generalities.
And I'm defending
with
my
women.
woman.
Okay, well, defend them with facts then.
I'm
What can
defending
you-
my women.
Okay, defend them. What have I said that's wrong?
I don't know about any other girl, like whatever, but me as a woman, I'm gonna defend myself, and I feel like a lot of girls could be just like me, and not everyone has OnlyFans. I feel like there are women. How you're talking about women, there are women like that, but not everyone is like that.
Did we say everyone's like
Okay,
that?
attack
But you
my.
guys are. You're saying
the
like all
argument
women,
is-
and that's kind of that's rude.
Did we say
like
all
saying
women?
all.
Now, I want you guys to look at something here. You see how she's touching him? Do you see how she's touching him? She's not touching him to disrespect him, okay? Because I do the same thing. I do the same thing with men and women. If I'm in a discussion or a panel, whatever the case may be, if I'm talking and I really want them to know that what I'm saying is important, and you see this on TV all the time, like panelists will touch each other. No, look, here's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say, it's a very passive way to let them know, hey, I'm making bodily contact with you. So what I'm about to say means a lot to me. It's definitely not, it's not disrespectful at all. It's not disrespectful at all. I know a lot of you guys are thinking this way, but watch.
Me as a woman, I'm gonna defend my.
See, now Myron is looking away, right? And she is addressing Myron, and because Myron is looking away, that's why she touches him to say, "Hey, look, I'm saying something that is important to me, and I would really appreciate your attention." And she does it in a feminine way. Watch
myself, and I feel like a lot of girls could
Myron's
be just
not
like
watching.
me, and
See?
not everyone has OnlyFans. I feel
See,
like
watch.
a lot of there are women. How you're talking about women, there are women
See?
like that, but not everyone is like that.
Did we say everyone's like
Okay,
that?
attack
But you
my.
guys are. You're saying
the
like all
argument
women,
is-
and
Now she's back in her masculine.
that's kind of that's rude.
Did we say
like
all
saying
women?
all women.
Wait,
Oh my God, all
But-
women.
You kind of are saying
No, there is no kind of are. You either are or you aren't.
women.
when did I say? When did we say all?
You
all
guys
women?
are saying women.
No, you're saying woman.
We simply said.
but you
all-
said-
So you
hold
have
on.
to say all to say all women.
Yo.
No, it's woman. All women.
Attack the argument. We said if a woman sexualizes herself on the internet, which is a choice, which you guys earlier.
And again, it seems like they're going around and around in a circle. But what is happening here is he keeps what Myron continues to do. What Myron continues to do is he continues to show his audience, guys, this is how women really are. They are not self-aware. They will not admit the truth. They will not do it. So I'm going to keep going around and around, and it's going to get repetitive to drill into your skulls that this is what we are dealing with out here in these streets.
They try to say men force you to do it. No, it's a choice. That men aren't going to respect you and take you seriously. Refute that claim.
You're saying sexualizing is posting bikini pictures, yes or no? Yes or no?
Putting scantily clad pictures of yourself on the internet is sexualizing.
Bikini, bro. Like
Okay,
they
so he
make
said yes. He's
bikini.
been avoiding the question, but he said yes officially.
Okay.
A
so,
bikini-
refute that claim.
Okay.
That's just
That over sexualizing yourself does not make you lose respect with men. Refute
I
that claim.
mean, obviously, a lot of men, yes, but
Oh, there it is. There it is. Finally cracked her. She finally admitted what they both know to be true.
that's not all men. You know, it's not 100%.
So
No, it's not 100% of men, but guess what? The men that are not in that category, the men that do not discriminate against you because of you posting thirst trap pictures on the internet, guess what? Those aren't the men you want. Women don't want men who don't hold them to a sexual standard, because men who do not hold women to a sexual standard are what class? Low value men. Low value men. That's what this is, man. That's all there is. That's all there is to it. King Quaz, $2 says she emphasizes not all to virtue signal her past. You might be right, but we're not buying that. Does this look like a woman? Does this look like a woman? Does this look like a woman who seems sexually virtuous to you?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I appreciate that.
Overwhelming majority.
and just like
And we even took a test here
Listen.
where we asked the
I'm 100%. If you ask these men
Audience.
if they're in a relationship right now, if their girlfriend has a bikini picture on Instagram, they would say yes. So therefore, everything you just said is false.
we talked about marriage earlier.
Yeah.
Not being in a relationship.
Oh my God. Oh, yo, he said, we talked about marriage earlier.
okay, you win. You guys win. Let's
Married.
continue.
Marriage.
That's it. Like, she's done. She's like, you know what? This guy is unshakable. She's
Married
unshakable.
women saw a bikini picture. My mom was married.
So tell me, would you show your dad the photos on your IG?
Yes,
Oh,
of course.
yeah?
My dad follows me.
I do not.
My
I'm
dad
not
is a
lifting my
doctor.
leg up,
He follows
showing the world my vagina. It's a bikini picture. They make bikinis for women. Yes or no? Yes. Like, what's the problem of that?
We never said
Are
it's a
we in the
problem.
You guys are
1950s?
kind of saying it's a problem.
You're not. You want to know why they keep saying that you want to know why they keep saying that Myron says it's a problem? Because they don't like the fact that advertising themselves on Instagram lowers their relationship market value. That's why. Myron and Fresh have never said that this was a problem. At the beginning, Myron said, hey, listen, if you want to post bikini pics, knock yourself out. Just understand that this lowers your relationship market value. Myron has never said there's anything wrong with this. It's them who thinks that there's something wrong.
Saying we're sexualizing
You're
ourselves.
assuming we're saying the problem. We're just saying, look, if you
We're
post
not going to
pictures
get
like that-
married. Okay.
No,
go.
no. We're saying there's a possibility, a very high one, where men won't take it seriously. And they're saying in the chat.
Okay,
It's
that's
true.
your opinion.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, she's capping. She doesn't show her dad these Instagram pictures. You kidding me? Get out of here with that.
I think you guys.
I think men
gaslighting
will
us.
definitely
Gaslighting? Are you kidding me?
love us for who we are.
Malik says, guys, I'm losing it.
Whatever.
No, they'll smash you. All right.
Okay.
They'll have sex with you,
So,
but
so are you guys dating? Are you single?
what does that have to do with the conversation?
It's just because if
What
your
does that have to do with the
girlfriend or
conversation?
your
Here we go,
wife,
here
so
we
with
go.
all
Posting
relationship
bikini
status,
pictures.
you're still gonna love them. You're still gonna like them. It does not matter.
No, negative. Negative. Listen, we will fuck these broads all day long. Real talk. Dude, I'd smash Adriana. She's hot. But would I ever commit to that bitch?
Nope.
Hell no. Hell.
Oh hell no! Matter what they post. At the end of the day, they're home with you. They're doing whatever with you. You're dating them. You guys are happily together. You probably took the picture of them at the beach. It does not.
Oh my God. Now she's way out of control. She's way out of control. The reason why guys feel some type of way about women posting pictures on Instagram, that's akin to, and I think they said it a little later, that's akin to someone, like if you bought a car, paid for it in full, and a friend of yours borrowed that car and put a for sale sign in the window, he'd feel some type of way. If you signed a 1-year lease to rent that house, 3 months in, the homeowner comes and puts a for rent sign in the yard, you would feel some type of way. Stop the cap.
Not matter. You guys are like
Of course it matters.
social. Like you're so social media. Like you guys are taking it.
You're so
what's very
focused on
interesting?
physicals.
You know what's very interesting about this conversation?
Uh-oh.
We asked the women, what do they want in men? They gave their preferences. No one batted an eye.
Oops.
But when we said men typically don't want to take women seriously that sexualize themselves, there's serious contention with that.
No, you guys.
So
you
in other
set
words,
us up.
can I please finish?
Oh, you set us up. Oh, boy.
Go ahead.
The issue here is that women are okay to have their preferences, but it's not okay for men to have their preferences.
At
It's
all.
always met with some kind of
See
contempt,
that?
and you guys are seeing it right now,
See that?
live on air, that when I say men want women that are virtuous and pure to some
There it
degree for a
is.
serious relationship,
Yep.
especially marriage, it's met with extreme contempt, shaming language, insults, guilt, etc.
Woo.
So, because I'm telling you how men think. No one bats an eye when you guys gave your preferences.
You guys ask us
You
specific
asked
questions though.
and even if we
Like we don't
steered
care how
away
much
from
you
it,
make.
Are you
Like I don't
serious?
care.
even if we steered
Oh, now they don't care about how much a man makes, huh? So because a man cares about her sexual chastity, well, I don't care about how much a man makes.
Stop the cap.
Ay, ay, ay. Boy, they're backpedaling faster than Deion
away
Sanders.
from that question, you guys made sure to go back to the question and
Yes.
get the answer because this is what you wanted. You wanted to set us up and to
No, he didn't want to set anybody up. See, she thinks she has it figured out. Oh my God, this is why you did that. You did this to set us up. No, they came prepared, sweetheart.
We set you up?
You guys
Well,
ask
to anecdote
yourself up.
questions.
To Anik? What?
You set yourself
I didn't
up.
set myself up, honey. You guys wanted to
Hold on.
anecdote
I
it.
just want to put an end to this because it's never ending and it kind of
Literally.
reminds me of like Chinese water torture. It's just,
I don't know what that is. Okay.
but I want to say it's nothing against anybody. It's just the idea that I think what is being expressed and what I'm getting from you, and I really understand where you're coming from, is that there is a preference from women that we want a man to be a certain way.
That's
And
right.
there's a preference from men that they want women to be a certain way. And he's communicating what that is from
That's
the
right.
masculine side.
That's right.
So there really is no room for argument because he's just
Oh.
saying that's what it is. And
Wow.
we're just like, and this is
There it is. She just acknowledged the truth. Straight up.
what it is from our side. Okay, let's go on to the
Exactly.
next point.
That's why
What else do you have
That's
tonight?
fine.
That's
Let's
why
go.
it's both opinions at the end of the day because
Well,
there
it
is
could
no
be based in whatever science and facts and
it's not based
data.
on shit.
You don't know. We don't know what data.
one's
it's
gonna
ba- we don't know what data this is based on because there are studies about these things, and I don't know. I haven't read them. I don't.
So now Miss Orange, Miss Agent Orange, I think we'll call her. Now she's starting to hedge a little bit. She's like, all right, well, listen, man, there's no, like, there's really no argument. He's telling you the way it is. Now she's like, it's whatever you want to think it is.
Know the research. I don't know the statistics.
See, here we go.
But I'm going to trust that he does because he's very strong in his stance on this.
There you go.
I don't mind because it seems that he's coming from his side, which is the masculine, and we're going to just trust that.
And they're right because they're
What
men.
else do you have for us tonight?
We're telling you what men want.
They're men. They're
and
right.
that's why I said
He
we
must
must
be
be
right.
What else do you have for us tonight
They're men. They must be right.
beyond this specific, never-ending?
We got some videos.
That's all they
to
want
show.
to talk about, baby.
We got some videos to show,
Yeah,
but
Zion.
here's the thing. I just want them to prove me wrong as to what.
There's no proving you
They
wrong.
can't.
How
They
are
can't.
you gonna prove you wrong?
I'm trying to
Can't.
prove you wrong.
No.
because
Okay,
You're never gonna
we got a video
believe
reaction
me.
to do real quick with Zion.
Wow.
You win. Perfect.
Wow, just wow. Holy cannoli. Holy cannoli. Yeah, man, I've dude, it's been 3.5 hours. I think I think that just about does it. I think that we have proved our point here. The bottom line here, guys. There were many points to be proven here. But the reason why Myron continues to do what he does, the reason why it may seem repetitive, is that he is getting girls from all walks of life. He's getting girls from all walks of life, and they all sound pretty much the same. Street Fighter 8 says she's about to talk for like 10 minutes. Yeah, that's why I just went ahead and whatever. Like, what she talks about in the next 10 minutes is, you know, their souls connecting and blah, 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 blah. And Myron's like, listen, like, that's inaccurate. Like, there are certain metrics men need to meet to garner the interest of beautiful young women. And those are the facts. Nope, I can't, guys. I cannot keep this going. I've been at this for 3 hours and 26 minutes. And then I have another, I've got the dating show breakdowns that I have to do right now for another hour and a half. I don't know. Depending upon how much time we have, after maybe tomorrow or Friday's show, I might finish the rest of this. But I clipped 2 hours and 6 minutes of this video. We're only 47 minutes through, guys. So I guess you want me to play the ending? Okay. All right. So yeah, let's play the ending, and then I got to start my dating show breakdown here.
Well, how much would we like?
I said bare minimum. How much does he have to make for you to take him seriously? You stated 168,000.
There you go.
You stated over 100,000.
Yep.
This proves
Nowadays, 100,000 is.
okay. Well, hold on. No. You're not going to change your answers now because this is what you said earlier.
That's
correct?
the question
Which is
you
why I wrote
asked.
it down.
That's exactly the
I
question
specifically said, how much does a man have to make bare minimum for you to take him seriously, dating, whatever? And you said
14K. 14K a month.
14K a month, 168,000 per year. You said $100,000 per year, bare minimum. Now, if you reverse it around and ask men, what do they want a woman to make? Men don't have the same financial standards on women.
McDonald's, CVS, we don't care.
Really?
Historically.
Oh my.
Historically. Hold on.
Do you see how clueless these women are? They are like, no way. You mean to tell me you don't give up? This is how women project,
You're
guys.
gonna date a girl who works at McDonald's. No, but you wouldn't now, right?
I still would.
You would not date a girl that
Yes,
works
I
at
would.
McDonald's.
I don't care.
He's done it.
See?
He's
I've
done
done
it
it before,
Yeah,
many
you've
times.
done it before. Like, I honestly.
Yo, you understand this, right? You're telling me what men want.
Dude, Fresh actually checks her right here.
Not
I'm
men,
telling you what
you.
most
You.
men. Listen. You're
a guy.
telling me what I want.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
telling
It's
you
comedy.
what I want.
And you're telling us what we want.
No.
No,
I'm saying
I'm
most
rephrasing
men
what,
in
I'm
the chat
restating what you
that
said.
have money.
Myron goes right back to the facts. You're telling us what we want. Actually, you told us exactly what you wanted. We're not putting words in our mouth, in your mouth.
You said it
Will
earlier.
date a girl that is not successful.
This is funny
Date
as
a girl
shit.
that's working at CVS. It doesn't matter to them because guess what? If you're submissive, you're feminine, you're attractive. That's all they care about. And you're young.
So going back to what I was saying, prove that we're misogynistic, as you would say.
Here we go.
So you couldn't define the word.
Right.
Now, I'm asking you, what made us misogynistic?
Yeah,
Stating biological fact that women date up.
We hate women.
Okay.
Please tell us.
You don't hate women. I never said you hated women, and I don't know the exact.
Well, you called him misogynist, and if you don't know what the definition of misogynist is, then maybe you shouldn't call someone a misogynist.
Fucking encyclopedia definition of misogyny.
See, here we go. Encyclopedia definition of misogyny. Well, sweetheart, you can't be throwing around terms you know nothing about.
Okay, so you were incorrect in your assessment calling us a misogynist, calling us misogynists.
But you give that vibe in this whole entire podcast. Is that vibe?
So what?
And you've been
tell us how we've been misogynistic.
and you've been accused of that multiple times. So obviously,
Oh, here we go.
It's true. You know, it's
You've been accused of that multiple times.
something that people feel towards this podcast.
Feeling and facts are two different things.
Oh,
prove that
What
we
even
are
is a fact
factually
to you?
misogynist.
What is the definition of a fact to you? Because
Are you fucking kidding me now? What is the definition?
obviously you don't know.
Obviously, you don't do either.
Truth.
What is truth?
See, here
Prove
we go.
that we're misogynists.
So where is
You made
the
a claim.
threshold that makes
See, what she's trying to do, she's trying to redefine a centuries-old definitions. Dude, she's dumb.
it truth versus?
We
opinion?
literally had misogyny on the screen. Prove that
Look,
we hate
you're
women.
going-
Prove that we hate women. You can't. Can you do it?
Differentiate. Since you want to talk about definition, differentiate between truth and opinion.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Since you don't have a specific.
Between truth and opinion, are you kidding me? The truth is objective, and opinion is subjective. Like, what are we doing?
Threshold.
I'm confused. At this point, I'm
You're
confused.
not.
Chris.
Because this is a clown
Listen,
world.
I'm
now at
done
this point.
talking about this, to be honest.
No. We are not going to stop talking about this
I
until you.
am going to stop
No.
talking about this.
Here's the thing. You're not going to call us misogynists on our platform and not substantiate your claim.
Real talk.
How are we misogynistic? Or you can say, I made a mistake and I said the wrong thing.
There you go. But he knows they're not going to do that.
You can say, I don't like the way you speak to me, or you are sexist, or whatever you want to claim, but we're not misogynists. We're not.
Okay, if it makes you sleep at night, you're not misogynistic. You're sexist as hell.
Oh, somebody want to change the word? Okay, cool.
Same shit, right?
Okay.
Same exact
No,
shit.
misogynist.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Reality is sexist.
Right, but misogynist and sexist are not the same.
There you go. Traditions are sexist.
Reality is
Everyone
sexist.
think I have a
But
swimsuit
you're
on.
sexist.
I'm sexist?
But that's what you're saying, right? Reality is sexist, and you abide by reality. And
I
you
abide by
think-
reality. I acknowledge biological differences between men and women, which
But you think that's
inherently is sexist. Right and wrong are two different. Like, reality is amoral. Did I not say that earlier?
Reality is amoral, guys. Amoral, the definition of amoral is without morals one way or the other. Immoral means without morals. Amoral means morals don't matter. The reality is amoral. It is neither good nor bad. It is what it is. That's what amoral means.
Reality is amoral. I believe that women should be treated as human beings just like men, and that they should have all the same rights and privileges as men. But for me to sit here and lie and say men and women are the same does not operate in reality. We're very
There
different.
you go.
Yes, we are different.
Okay.
I have
it's
sat-
sexist.
Vitreous says I can't breathe.
I've sat
there's
here through this
nothing
whole
better or
conversation, and
worse
I
about
have
either of
not
us.
felt.
We're better at
we
certain
both-
things. We're better at
Okay,
certain things.
but we both
which
bring
is
things to the
sexist.
table.
Because we're different. Because we're
We
different.
are.
Because we're
We
different.
better in
Bring
certain
things-
things.
Oh,
We
ladies,
bring
hold
things to
on.
the
Hold on,
table.
hold on, stick- let Joel
I want to
speak.
say something because I have sat here the whole time and I have not felt one time that they were misogynistic.
There you go.
And
There it is. That's it. That's it.
I feel you both are wonderful people.
Uh-oh.
But
What's about to happen, guys? Malik says, anybody in New Jersey visit me in the ER. We're just over the bridge, bruh. What is about to happen? What is about to happen is something these girls will never forget, okay? What is about to happen on your screen is sage advice from a woman who used to be them. They're not going to realize that this was sage advice until they're her age, okay? And she said to them earlier, listen, you should consider this, she might be saying it now, you should consider this a blessing. You should consider this a blessing. And these girls are just acting like, honestly, these girls are acting like a couple of hood rats. That acting like a couple of, 15, 16-year-old hood rats who are talking to a baby mama with 4 kids, with 4 different niggas talking about, hey, y'all think it's cute to be out here twerking and shit? I got 4 kids by 4 different niggas. Look where I'm at. You know what these bitches think? Shh, bitch, that ain't gonna happen to me.
because you're
Listen.
young, it's harder for you to hear where he's coming from. What I hear from him is that he's taken a lot of time to consider these perspectives.
You're in your 20s?
And his 30. No, he's 33 or 2 or 1 or something. But he's taken the time
28.
to contemplate this and have many, many hundreds of conversations about this and deduced it down to what he feels is the facts.
He feels.
See? You see how they continue to try to disqualify it? What he feels. He feels.
It's okay.
No, I know.
Opinion.
Whatever it is, we're on his
See? There, dude, he is not going to break. He is not going to break, man. He's like, no, I don't think this. I know this. Myra never, ever lets shit go. I fucking love it.
show, darling. So you have to understand.
I understand we're on a show, but I can have my opinion. He can have
Bottom
his.
line
Your opinion
is
is wrong.
where
And
you're
your opinion is
coming
wrong.
from. Where you're coming from is feeling very offended continuously.
It's not offended. It's just
because you're defending.
No, it's just like his opinion. My
Tell her, Mother Hen.
The
opinion,
whole
that's just
time
what
you've
it
been in
is.
defensive. And what I'd like to just suggest is just take a moment, take a deep breath. And
Oh, here she goes. Here she goes with the tantra and the yoga stuff.
just
Look at Myra. This is great.
receive
Woosah.
the next
do
part
that
of
in
this because we're
silence?
almost at the end of this show.
Woosah.
And just see if there's anything that they can offer for the remainder of this time that you could say, wow, actually, I really appreciate where he's coming from. Just see if there's anything that he can offer that would make you feel that way.
I think we've been talking for 3 hours and we've just been.
It's just hard with
Talking.
the tone you're coming at us
Oh,
with.
Tone.
It's not the tone. It's just
It
you.
is, it's
Like
the
how you
tone.
say
you
it.
think that you're
All right,
right
yeah.
all the
Sexist
time.
tone.
Okay,
You're
sure.
right all the time, and you want to know that you're right. All
it's so funny the way she's looking at him, dude. She wants Myra to fucking fuck her brains out. It's so funny.
the time.
No, it's just that.
No,
it's-
you're
it's-
right all the
It's just
time.
that
That's
I'm
what it
going to.
is.
Here's the thing. I'm not attacking you guys. I'm attacking your arguments. I'm not making ad hominem attacks, even though you guys have made ad hominem attacks on me. I've strictly attacked your arguments and your claims and asked you to substantiate them to include us being misogynistic, which you weren't even able to do that. So all I'm saying is that if you're going to make claims, be prepared to back it up because I'm going to challenge you on it.
No matter what we say, you're gonna challenge it.
Glad I'm
Goddamn right. Dude, do you see the way look at the smile on her face. She's like, no matter what we say, you're going to challenge us. You're going to challenge us on it. Like, dude, she hates that she likes
not a
this.
political science major.
If I say your shirt is,
Do you mind
Black-
not touching me?
if I say your shirt is black, you're like, no.
You've touched me
It's
several
dark,
times at
dark
this point.
brown.
Oh my
You're
god,
like,
come
no,
on
it's
now.
dark, dark
Don't
brown.
start.
Oh. Is
Where's
it?
the love?
Uh-oh.
Where's the
Just
love?
stop.
Let's
Oh,
Is
continue.
there an issue with me exerting
My
boundaries?
issue with
Well, I'm not
You're not
gonna
willing to
touch
touch?
you. I'm not gonna touch you.
She's touched me several times, but come on.
We're right next to each
But
other.
hold
That's
on.
just how it's
Whoa.
If it was you.
Again, if it was the other way around, let's hit sexism. If it was the other way
No,
around
you
and I
could've been
touched
like,
her,
oh my god.
Not at all.
And
I
I
wouldn't
said-
have said shit.
and I stopped, and I
Because I'm
said-
a normal person and I'm not
No.
insecure.
Let me
and
finish.
literally-
I've
Insecure.
touched you too. I've
More
been like
shaming
this.
language.
Yeah.
Guys,
Oh my god.
literally, you can't make this up. If I had touched her and she
SA.
said, "Don't touch me," I would have immediately been like this, whatever. But if I said, "Come on," whatever, that is sexism in itself because there's different treatment for the same thing.
Ooh.
And I acknowledge this. I'm not here to cry about it.
Look at how turned on she is.
I
Look
said,
at
"Come
this,
on."
dude. The fact that, see, right now she's like, oh, I can't believe it, right? But when he says, I'm not here to cry about it, it turns her on. Watch the change in her expression when he says, I'm not here to cry about it. Watch.
Whatever. That is sexism in itself because
Watch.
there's different treatment for the same thing. And I acknowledge this.
Whatever.
I'm not here to cry about it.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. That is pure, unadulterated lust. This woman wants Myron in her loins. This woman wants Myron in her loins. You want to know something? It has nothing to do with the way he looks. It is simply a man standing his ground, man. Look at this, guys. Look at this. She has tried cracking this dude for 3 hours and hasn't come close to succeeding. And the more she tries, the more turned on she gets. Insane.
About it. I just acknowledge that reality is sexist. You're not gonna be held to the same standards.
Look. She can't
that I
get
am.
enough.
Whereas if I had touched you the same way, I simply said, "Please don't touch me." Oh, come on. Versus if it was the other way around, you guys are like,
You're trying to embarrass and raise tension in the room.
No, it's not even embarrassment. It's not even embarrassment. It's not even embarrassment.
She's touched
But
me
one,
several
that's what-
times.
that one.
And I'm voicing my
Okay,
concern
listen,
now.
listen.
Stop touching me, please.
Can I say something whenever I
My
can?
concern-
Can I say something whenever I can? What can I say something?
No.
One, that's
You're
just
extremely disrespectful.
Okay.
All right, let's finish this.
Yeah, extremely
Can I just say something?
See this? Do you see Adriana's trying to get his attention? She's trying to get his attention in a feminine way, right? The way she's looking at him, her body posture. The other friend is just being a fucking bitch. And Myron finally just said, you know what? You're being fucking disrespectful. Watch.
Whenever I can. Can I say
See, whenever I can. Like, she's like, hey, look, just look at me for a second here.
something? Whenever I can. What can I say something?
No.
One, that's
You're
just
extremely disrespectful.
okay.
All right, let's finish.
See that? You want to know why old girl Adriana's like, oh, God, you're fucking up my chance with Myron, girl. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, extremely disrespectful.
Can I just say something?
Because I'm
Sure,
over
go
this
ahead.
conversation.
One, I've touched her, I've touched you, and I apologize. That's just how I talk. I'm a very
Right, exactly. 100%. 100%. And I explained that earlier. Some people are just a little bit more demonstrative than others. It is what it is.
like ADHD person. Like I just touched.
Yeah,
I'm
it's fine.
sorry.
It's
No,
fine.
no. Listen, that's fine. I mean, again, yeah. And Myron said it. You see this on television debate shows all the time. People touch each other. They communicate. Yeah. Can I say something is a distraction? Always has been. Yeah. Can I say something? Yeah, I hate that shit. I really do. But she was really trying to get his attention to say, hey, listen, I meant no disrespect. So yeah.
I apologize. I don't mean. And then you said not to touch you. I won't touch you.
Okay, it's fine.
That's it.
Yeah.
And there's no argument. That's it. Okay.
See, there you go. See, she's cool.
I won't touch you.
Yeah, but I mean, I just found it very funny how
but-
she had a point of contention with that.
So,
And that's just,
Adriana, can you hold your friend accountable by saying, "Oh, come on"? Like, really?
Why would it be held?
Because you shamed him
oh
what?
my god.
for
You think for her
touching
going like this?
touching him.
If it was the other way around, it would not be just this or come on.
Yes, it would.
It's the
I
point.
would
have
not
been
have
like,
even reacted
if
to
I
that.
told you, oh, don't touch me, and you said, okay, that's it.
I mean, if you grow
She's handling this correctly. Her friend is not.
From
to
the
me
same-
is one thing, but literally going like this, you're just trying to raise tension for no
Oh,
reason.
come on.
Because you don't like
Give me a
us,
break.
literally.
No,
Well,
no,
yeah,
you know what?
that's it.
See, more accusations. You just don't like us. No, they're just telling you the truth. You see, listen. You see how this is always perceived. Women, dude, the women that come on this show have never experienced this in their life. That's why when they hear this stuff, they're like, these guys must fucking hate us. Nope. You guys are misogynists. Nope. Not misogynists. Nope. They just tell it like it is.
Oh, okay.
Adriana,
Yeah.
you handled it correctly. For sure. Like he told you, don't touch him, and then you handled it correctly. Understand?
Yeah, but your friend is
yeah, she
another-
went
a
another
whole other
level.
thing.
So
Are extremely dismissive and disrespectful to the platform, but it's fine because this just shows what we've been saying the whole time.
There you go. See, this is why Myron endures this. Is to show you guys how bitches are out here in these streets.
I don't respect the platform.
You don't?
I'll tell you, I don't.
Okay, well then you know what? You can get up and leave.
yeah, let's put him out.
You can get up and leave at this point.
All right, let's go.
If you're not going to respect the okay, both of you can leave.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, you know what? Street Fighter 8 says white shirt is cock blocking. That's exactly what she's doing. That is exactly what she's doing.
Fine, if both of you want to leave. Okay.
Look, do you see how Adriana? Look at how Adriana. You know what? I'm gonna blow this up, dude. I wish I could blow this up full screen. Watch how Adriana is looking at her friend.
Yeah, let's put him out.
You can get up and leave at this point.
All right, let's go.
If you're not going to respect the
two of us are leaving.
okay, both of you can leave.
That's fine.
Look,
That's fine.
Adriana's
If both
not
of you
taking
want
off
to
her
leave.
headphones. She's like, damn it. Watch how she looks at her friend. You see how she's looking at her friend? You see how she's looking at her friend? Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Oh, fuck it. Watch. Listen. Listen.
Thanks.
The camera's on.
See? Thanks. That was very feminine, she didn't want to, listen, she tried Myron at every turn. Myron passed all of her shit tests. So guess what? She's like, all right, fuck it, I got to take this L with my sister. And in the end, she said, all right, thanks. Nothing disrespectful to say.
Turn the lights on.
So I guess
Here's the protocol.
there's only two left. Okay.
I think we should try to wrap it
Dude, look, the lights are
up
on.
because
the
I have my
cameras are
little
going.
puppy over there.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
needs to go home.
So we're gonna close this out, guys. In a little bit here.
Yeah.
So
let's read the super
yeah.
chats.
Cool. We got RDX
God,
Bunny,
Adriana's got a
$200.
great ass.
We're about
Yeah, you're right. King Life
about
says
traditional
Adriana
values
being
with
around a man.
traditional women. The
Yeah.
problem is
Oh, okay, well, that was the end of the video. That's why it started all over again. Okay. All right. Now it's finally over. So I'm not going to waste any time here, guys. I'm going to show you guys the second of these TSR tunes. The second of these TSR tunes when Andrew Cobra Tate talks about toxic masculinity. Take a look and listen.
Because when you put males and females in survival situations, or the closer they are to a survival situation, the quicker they're going to revert to their gender roles. If you put a whole bunch of men and a whole bunch of women, you strand them on a desert island, the men would start having to build things and fight off the animals, and the women would start farming and whatever the women would do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So when shit hits the fan, everyone reverts to their natural gender roles.
So, Andrew, can you tell us about toxic masculinity and what it is in your eyes? Does it exist? Is it a farce?
Toxic masculinity.
Because you're considered the king of toxic masculinity.
Yeah, I've got that title.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity is a term that was invented by women nobody wants to to describe the men that the women do want.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
That's all it is. That's all it is. No, but on a real level, right, this whole idea of being toxically masculine is complete garbage. And the reason it's garbage is because it's a first world problem first. Because when you put males and females in survival situations, or the closer they are to a survival situation, the quicker they're going to revert to their gender roles. If you put a whole bunch of men and a whole bunch of women, you strand them on a desert island, the men would start having to build things and fight off the animals, and the women would start farming and whatever the women would do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So when hits the fan, everyone reverts to their natural gender roles. So if you live in a country like Romania or Russia or a country that's poor, the closer it is to survival, the lower the economic prosperity of the country, the closer people are to their natural gender role. So Russian men are masculine, Russian females are feminine. But in America, it's the richest country in the world. It's a first world problem. All the women get to be stupid and the men get to be pussies because it's just a first world problem. This whole idea of being toxically masculine is absolutely garbage. Nobody's toxically, listen, you're not gonna call me toxically masculine if someone breaks in the house and I start spraying. No one's gonna start calling me toxically masculine. No, there was no one called toxically masculine when they were staying on the Titanic to die, right? The whole thing is garbage, and it's just by women who are bitter and jealous, trying to insult and demonize men for being natural to their instinct. I don't want to rant too much.
No,
right?
no, continue.
I don't want to rant. Okay, let's go. Let's go. The world we live in today tries very, very hard to refuse a man his natural instincts as a man.
Yeah.
And this is done on purpose. This is not done on accident. There's no war on men on accident. Men are the ones who start revolutions. If you look at any revolution in history, it was the men who were on the street and started that revolution. If you want to control a populace, the first thing you do is control the men. When the Romans went and conquered Sparta, they killed all the men, all the young boys, all the fighting age males. When you're left with nothing but females, you can conquer and control a society. We're living in a world right now where there's supposedly some virus and you have to stay in your house and put a mask on and everyone's complying like cowards. And the reason is because they've destroyed the masculine spirit in men. If you would have told men 100 years ago, we're going to take your business away, we're going to bankrupt you, and they're going to lock you in your house, every single man would have stood up and said, what? Who are you? You ain't listening to us. The people who are in charge of the world want to control the population. The easiest way to do that is to remove the warriors from the populace. That's all it's about. So when men try and act in a masculine way, they're toxically masculine. They demonize us. And then another way they do is they try and shame us. Shame is another tactic.
Oh, Andrew, when are you gonna grow up and stop all that hot pussy?
Grow up?
Who hurt you?
Yeah,
who
like,
hurt you?
Who
Yeah.
hurt your feeling? I'm enjoying my life. Right? I'm enjoying my life. Like, and I enjoy the company. I'm not saying I can't be loyal if I have a girlfriend, of course. But also, if I'm single and I don't want to be loyal, I'm a full-grown man. I can make my own choices, right? Why should I be demonized or shamed for that? But they don't want that. They want men. We are the backbone of every economy. They want us to be worker ants. They want us to be semi-depressed with no fighting spirit to resist against the tyranny. They want us paying taxes as tax slaves in a sexless marriage with kids who don't respect us. No one talks about male depression. Nobody cares that the men are miserable. Nobody cares. As long as we pay our taxes and we don't divorce her because we're scared of losing the house, and we continue to raise those kids and sit there while she refuses to give you a blowjob more than once a year, that's all the government wants from men. That's all they want from us. That's it. And that's why toxic masculine or toxic masculinity was coined. It was another weapon, a weapon against your natural instinct as a man to rebel. That's what it's all about.
Oh, Andrew, when are you gonna grow up and stop all that hot pussy?
Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on Patreon. And that, of course, that was a classic moment. Andrew Andrew Cobra Tate on the Fresh and Fit podcast. He actually shot me a text the other day. Next time he's stateside, might have to go down there and see him in Miami. Might have to go down there and do that. So what's going to happen now? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read the super chat here. Looks like we got one more. Oh, no, we got a couple more. Oh, okay. Oh, Lil J, $2 says it's about to get good though. Elijah Stallings said $2 says
Yoga claim.
Adrian Tapia, $2 says, question, why as women get older become more honest? Why do women get more honest when they when they get older? Because, well, they've learned their lessons, right? Like it's just one of these things where you can only deny something. And don't get me wrong, there are some older women who are still just, they cap about everything. But older women are honest because they've lived it, man. They've lived it. Hoop Jargon, $5 says, Myron is slicing up this broad like Zorro. Technological Chaos, $10 says, maybe she should have just been cooperative so that the both of them could have the chance to smash Myron without castle treatment. Hashtag Game Goofy. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Adriana wanted to smash fucking Myron Gaines. She did. But her fucking friend, I think her friend purposely sabotaged it. She absolutely cock-blocked her friend. There's no question about it. Uncomfortable Truth says they've run out of time. Shout out to Xavier Xavier Robertson. Welcome to Chat Privileges. Appreciate that support. So what's going to happen now? Is I am going to take about a 10-minute break. Honestly, I probably don't even need that long of a break. Maybe go downstairs and get a Red Bull. But I'm going to take a short break. Going to take a very short break. Hang on a second. I'm going to take a very, very short break as we are about to Xfinity and relax. Then we will Netflix and chill. Xfinity and relax. Netflix and chill. There we are. This is the Temptation. This is the start of the Temptation Island breakdown. Like I said, I'm going to take about a 10-minute break or so. Adrian Tapia says, great show. You're better than cable. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been on the air for almost 4 hours. Hey, don't feel sorry for me, man. I love what I do. Like, I love doing this. Now, here's the thing, guys, real quick before I take my break. I was going to try to get off by 3 o'clock, then do the hour and a half of dating show breakdowns until 4:30, and then hit the gym and do some squats and some deadlifts, right? So it looks like I'm not going to be able to get in there until around 6, but I'm going to do them anyway. I'm absolutely positively going to do them anyway, which means I'm probably going to have a late dinner. I'm going to have Dev cook up probably about a pound or so of ground beef. I like the ground beef. She makes me these meatless hamburgers, right? And so she's going to cook me like a pound of ground beef. She's going to break it up into a couple of burgers, nice thick slices of cheddar cheese, and we'll sit in front of the TV and enjoy those. And then I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and do it all over again. Guys, I'm going to start doing 2-a-days. I'm going to start doing 2-a-days in the gym. Here's why. And I don't want to get too lengthy with this, but the reason I'm going to do this is because the testosterone and HGH has really started to kick in. It has really, really started to kick in. I've been back on TRT now for almost 3 months. I've been on HGH now for almost 7 months. And it takes a while for HGH to really, not meatless hamburgers, bunless hamburgers. Sorry about that. Dev corrected me. Yes, bunless hamburgers. Sorry about that. Going keto here. But HGH and TRT, it turns you into Superman. It really does. I'm no longer sore. My joints don't feel as bad, partially because I'm also taking Osteo Biflex. So I'm like, you know what? If I feel this good, I'm gonna start pulling 2-a-days. I think I'm gonna do that. So yeah, that was my original plan, but that's okay. Plans change, and so yeah, I'll get into the gym tonight about 6. I'll probably be out of the gym at about 7:30. I'll probably do dinner at like 9:30. I'll be in bed by 10:30, up by 5:30, and we'll do it all over again. I am not going to broadcast this on YouTube, guys. You guys know that I'm not going to broadcast this on YouTube. I cannot broadcast this on YouTube. I will, however, be broadcasting it to Sharpe Stream. You see that logo spinning on the lower right-hand corner? You can download Sharpe Stream. Just go to sharpestream.com, SHARPE.com, and there you will find the links to download it for Apple or Android. You can watch my dating show breakdowns live, absolutely free, from the Donovan Sharpe mobile app. Now, if you want chat privileges, either become a patron or become a Sharpe Stream member. Also, if you want to be able to watch the live replays, Patreon or Sharpe Stream. Listen, if you have the time to watch them in real time, hey, I don't want your money. Like, keep your money. But if you want to be able to chat and be able to go back and reference these, guys, $5 a month. $5 a month. So the person on your screen is someone we have called, her name is Washley. Now, her name is Ashley, but we call her Washley because she is white Ashley. There's also another Ashley on the island, and we call her Bashley. White Ashley, Black Ashley. We also have a nickname for Washley. We call her Ashley because Ashley, she's got a nice ass. She got a nice ass. Sharpestream.com, sharpestream.com. Download the mobile app right now. Download the mobile app right now. You get push notifications anytime I go live. You can watch all of my dating show breakdowns live, absolutely free, Android or Apple, sharpestream.com. Fantastic, fantastic show, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into another 10-minute countdown, and when I get back, we're going to start these dating show breakdowns. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Finding love.
All right. So, I'm about to start the Temptation Island breakdown, followed by the Love is Blind after the altar. Again, if you want to watch for free, sharpestream.com, where you will find the downloads for both Apple and Android. So I'm going to say goodbye to my DLive audience. I'm going to say goodbye to my backup YouTube channel audience. I'm going to say goodbye to my Facebook audience. I'm going to say goodbye to my Twitch audience. I'm going to say goodbye to my MGTOW.TV audience. I'm going to say goodbye to my Manosphere.TV audience. I'm going to say goodbye to, I guess it's also recording to my backup channel. And I'm also going to say goodbye to my main YouTube channel. We will see you guys over here on Sharpe Stream. And Dev will